All right, I'm gonna record it now. So, who wants to do the intro on this one, lads? This is gonna be a tough one.
Welcome to watch Graps. Welcome. Here's Eros. Me, that's Jonathan, and then that's Foxy. My internet connection is unstable again, so good luck with this intro. We're doing a very special watch Graps to us today, because oh shit, this is actually really hard. Okay, so obviously with the passing of Ryan Smile, who was an OG at OTT, he was one of the originals that we had there, the all-day star who literally was a king of OTT. We decided that we're going to pick 3 of our favorite matches from, and we were going to watch them legally.
Yes, justice on that one, Joe.
Thanks.
Thank you, Joe. Fingers
God
crossed.
bless you, Joe.
If not, edit this all out. Thanks, Joe.
Yes.
You can catch them all.
Go subscribe.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm going to get to.
OTT on demand.
You can subscribe to OTT on demand on Pivot Share. Subscribe. It is less than £10 a month. It's less than like €8 a month. So I mean, and plus you get like everything is up there. There's awesome OTT matches, all the OTT shows. You have the Lost Hard Drive matches that are up as well. You also have the Retro OTT, which is excellent, and there's a few other like there's high spots as well and stuff, and there's a few Eve on it. But yeah, highly check it out. But what we've done is we've picked our 3 of our favorite matches, 3 of our favorite Ryan Smile matches, and we're just going to go back. We're going to enjoy them, and we're just going to have the chats really. I think really, I don't really think there's going to be much judge. Like we're not going to be critiquing the matches per se. I don't think.
No, we're not going to do our usual thing where we kind of like do our judging of like numbers and see who wins. Really, all we're doing here is kind of like talking. I was like kind of like remembering Ryan Smile's kind of OTT career in a sense, and it's kind of appropriate because the 3 matches we picked are kind of milestones in his OTT career in a sense, but they're not like not the milestones you might not expect. I think that these are more, as it were, like they're more metaphorical ones, if that makes sense.
OTT,
yeah.
It's like this is like a complete story, actually arc of his entire like OTT career in a sense. We kind of have.
I suppose it is. Yeah.
In these matches, so. But yeah. Oh, I just realized we're gonna be able to hear his entrance music.
Yeah. it's gonna be.
I actually might cry.
It's gonna be tough because, like you said, by the time we record this, it's been a week like since then, and like we've all had time to reflect on it as well. So in a way, like kind of watching these back will give us that same kind of time to remember like how fucking phenomenal he was for OTT. And again, we'll get into it. I'm sure it'll come up in conversation on the various things about him over the years, because myself and Foxy know him quite well from previous ventures outside of OTT as well. So we'll talk about that as well over the show, I guess. But yeah, like I said, there's no game show mechanic here in this one. We're just going to be looking back at these old matches and reminiscing. That's all we're going to be doing here, because I think that for us, that's a fitting tribute to a wrestler is to look back at his best work and admire it and respect it for what it is, you know. So that being said, I'd like to start off with my first match in a sense, and this one comes from the Father Ted special, which obviously captured headlines for obvious reasons. You know, you had Father Stone, Damo, and fucking Owen McLove doing bits with the lads in the flats and stuff like that, and they were all great. Like that made all the headlines in a sense, and I think it's still to this day. I'm correct me if I'm wrong, Foxy, but this is by far the busiest the Tivoli has ever been, because it was practically overbooked. Look, you can even see it
shut down.
Sorry,
Honest to God, this is I'll put my hand up on this one. This is a fire hazard.
Oh, totally.
Show, because I know I'm looking at that I'm looking at the screen right now, and I can see where I was supposed to be sitting, where I could not get to.
Looking at the screen there, like that stage has never been that full.
No. Never.
To be standing room on a stage. That stage does not have standing room.
No,
it really doesn't.
It's actually
really
my
fucking
favorite
doesn't.
like part about this is I'm looking at it. I'm like, that's.
It kind of just upsets you now. It's weird.
Like we haven't even started, but I mean, like looking at that picture there, like it's standing room on the stage. What I found funny during that show is the fact that people, when entrances were happening, people had to actually like duck down.
Yeah, for the video.
Could see the screen.
Yeah.
It was so gas, yeah. But so yeah, like my match comes from this show in particular, because for me, I think this is Ryan Smile has had some really good matches up to this point. But there were ones that kind of flew under the radar. He would have had triple threat matches, ladder matches, that type of deal. And in a sense, like Smile was always like he was an ever present. He was consistent. And in fairness, we always had a very consistent roster back then. But the difference was that I don't think Small was ever kind of like the top tier. You always had a Luther Ward or Paul Tracy ahead of him, and then a Pete Dunne arrived, and then someone else arrived. But the whole arc of Ryan Small was essentially kind of reinforcing how much he was giving to OTT, and then it was OTT starting to reciprocate that back, because out of all the people that were coming in and out who were like very good stars in their own right, Ryan Small was there. He was staying. He was consistent, and
I think
this is the kind of start of it for me. Where
I'm actually just saying, that's just dawning on me now. On this sense, I don't think there will ever be a moment when like Ryan Smile will never be a part of OTT, because when like I'm looking at it now, I'm looking at the logo, and that is wrong.
Yeah,
that's his work. That's his design.
He designed the logo.
Yeah.
So like any of the OTT hoodies, the canvas, everything, that Lucha logo, that's right.
Yeah.
So I don't think he is. I think he's always going to be a presence.
Exactly. Like the way I say it is that his fingerprints are going to be all over OTT for a long time to come. And again, the logo is one idea, but it's also the fact of what the work he's put in as well to do that. And again, we'll get into it. Like there's positives and negatives to it, but for the most part, like this match I loved because it's Will Ospreay, I think on his debut or his second match in OTT, very early on in his OTT career anyway. And then Pete Dunne, who's like in the middle of the unstoppable Pete Dunne phase, before Bruiserweight and before the British Strong Style. So this is pure Pete Dunne for me. And just when he's in that phase and he's just a serial winner in OTT, and he looked by the name, he looked unstoppable no matter who you put in front of him, whether it be like fucking Tommy End or Big Damo. I think he beat as well one time. You just couldn't stop him in an OTT ring. He was brilliant.
Yeah.
And so in a way, like then you have these two guys like Smile and Ospreay. Smile again has a reason to be there, and Ospreay kind of like is making his fame outside of OTT at this time. So you're bringing in this great eclectic mix, and there's the way these guys gel so well was really, really fun. And you can see these guys are having fun with the match. Like they were just having an indie fest for the fucking crack of it, because the crowd were pissed. They were on pizza. They just seen fucking Father Damo kick someone up the arse. Like this is the night, like, and then everyone over to the fucking Jippo afterwards. This is an OTT Irish night out.
The majority is all
this
Irish.
Is all Irish. Yeah. It's. Oh, don't you dare do this to me again, bastard! My internet hates me today.
Really does.
No, but this is like, I think this is just quintessential. This is just like quintessential though Irish culture though as well. There was drink. There was like an after party in a place called the Gypsy Rose. There was pizza and there was fucking Father's Head and wrestling.
And the wrestling, yes. Wrestling was the one outlier in that equation.
Yeah, it's here's the thing is, if you don't know what like the lads from the flats are, or if you don't know the Ward family in a sense, it's very quintessential Irish, and you probably will not really. It probably like I'm actually surprised Session Ma kind of was able to actually reach as far as it did, and I just mean the name, not but like the way people are like, oh, I want to be a Session Ma. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you really don't.
It means something else in Ireland. It really does. But there you go.
It's not a massive positive. Yeah. So I mean, but I think we should get to it now and start it before my internet decides to go. No,
that is a smashing idea. So let's play, lads. Let's go. Here's Butch.
Oh my God, look at him. Young
He's so
Butch
young.
is.
You know, in a weird way, it's so weird seeing Butch so poorly dressed because the guy always fucking makes an effort for OTT shows. Like, it's gas. I have to say that.
To be fair, he's wearing the perfect attire though for this show.
Absolutely, yeah.
He knew full well what he was
shot
doing,
JR. Like, oh, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Good old
like he
Butch.
scored the biggest penalty of his life. Yeah!
That's what we call an FA Cup win in the trade.
Yeah.
Again, another nice touch. All the photographers and cameramen all dressed as priests. Love that.
There's what I was talking about. The fact that people like on the stage have to move.
Just so you can see it. Holy shit! Is this Thunderstruck?
Yeah, that's what we're.
Yeah.
Oh my God! This is who used to come out to Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
I could not remember this for the life of me. I was listening to the
during his aerial assassin days.
Indeed.
Yeah. I was listening to the OTT playlist and Thunderstruck came on and I was like, what the fuck is this? Because anytime I think of Osprey, all I think is Elevated.
That's it, yeah. But he went from this to Elevated practically, and some like generic stuff for the televised stuff. But yeah, like by and large, that was a jump, like the big jump in theme music. In fairness, just for copyright, and I'm saying that because I have to shout really loudly over this music so we don't get copyrighted ourselves. Cheers, thanks, lads.
I don't know if it's me, but is the video very choppy?
Yeah, it's a little bit choppy.
Yeah.
It's probably just me streaming it, so.
Like it's going boom, 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 boom.
Alright.
Like still images.
Yeah. Give it a minute, mic.
Although you can hear it's hilarious that you can hear everything perfectly.
The video can't catch up to the audio.
Yeah. But obviously as well, this was after they found the record. Oh my God.
Here it is, boys.
No, it's died.
Yeah, it can't catch up.
This is fucking shit.
Is that any better now, is it?
No, it's still the same.
That's the answer. There's my answer.
No.
Had a banger of an entrance music though.
Oh, he totally did.
It really was.
Look at that fucking hair. Jesus Christ.
Is he talking about you or Ryan there?
Hey, I'm talking about me.
It looked like a good idea at the time, didn't it? Like
I was like, it was the style at the time.
Yes.
2017.
Yeah. Fuck, this is only like 4 years ago. Jesus Christ.
No, this wasn't. Sorry, this is. No, it's this. Yeah, this actually might have been just start of 2017.
Yeah. That's mad.
Wow.
No, I don't think it was 17. I think it was 16.
I think it might have been the end of 2016.
No.
There's the real rivalry that we never got in OTT. Pete Dunne and Pecker. Look at the way Pecker's staring him down. Again, I love this. It is just standing room in the Tivoli. This will never be. You'll never see the Tivoli this busy again. That says a lot. Yeah.
Cool.
There's Jerry. Hey, there's Casey. What the fuck is he doing on the stage? Cheeky shit. How did he get in there?
I think that was for safety measures, to be fair.
He must have scurried underneath it there. Must have burrowed in.
Oh my God, like, how fuck, like, this was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
He was hated.
He was fucking despised. But I think it's hilarious though. Like he was absolutely despised, and then he comes back with British Strong Style, and we're like, we've missed you, Pete. Where have you been? Like,
just remember,
it's like a
we
fucking
made you.
family.
I made the BBC.
I made British Strong Style.
I made the OTT. I made the OTT.
Yeah, like nowhere like this is just a fucking great match to watch. I missed that, by the way.
Top-down camera.
Wile E. Coyote cam, great stuff.
Oh my god.
To my right, he hails from Birmingham, England, Ryan
In a weird way, this is the match we never got in OTT with Smile Ospreay.
Yeah,
that's a real shame.
Yeah. I was gonna say we didn't. I remembered now that was fucking Ricochet Ospreay.
Yes.
We did actually get like Pete and Ospreay, didn't we? Singles. My memory is shockingly bad.
I don't think we did, to be honest.
Yours is shockingly bad. Like, it's 6 years of matches that have to like go back over. But I don't think we ever got Ospreay done.
I don't believe he did. No.
Because Ospreay was that we did like in his like title reign.
Although to be fair, I remember we were watching back one of the shows, and I think it's the first time Tony Storm was over, and he was completely and utterly couldn't believe he'd actually been to see a Tony Storm match before seeing her in Tala, which is hilarious to see.
That
it's
is very odd, yeah.
Yeah, we watched the Tony Storm match in Tala.
Like the transformation from that first match to what she became.
Unreal.
It's crazy.
It's unreal. Jeez, Ospreay was fucking over the second he walked into the ring, wasn't he?
Very much.
I think he came in with a lot of a good reputation. Like they saw the flips.
No, that's what I mean. Like, no, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, he just walked in with over.
And here's the lads having a bit of crack now.
Oh God, are we gonna have to hear the chants? The more I think of like old, like original OTT shows, when I think like in the Tivoli, and I think back to some of the chants that we had, I'm kind of like, oh.
Yeah, a lot of chants that happened then. It's just like
it's like I'm only thinking of stuff that would have been like 2 years ago, maybe, or 3 years ago at max. And I'm thinking, that's very cancel material, like for everybody.
It just goes to show you how much time has changed, how much has changed in that time, both between like the what goes on now and the actual audience as well. You know,
even the OTT crowd is quite different
changed. Now. Exactly. That too. Yeah, just the way the OTT treats itself now is very different.
I mean, if you look at, I think it's one of those things. Look at, like, for example, look at how the Fabulous Nikki started to what he is now. Like, look at all this flippy shit.
They're just having so much fun here.
Foxy, how do you keep up with some of this stuff? Like, realistically.
That is the big moment.
Yeah.
Gunshots. Boom.
And Pete has to come and ruin the party.
I'll let you know.
No crack, Pete done. Go for it. Yeah.
Fucking no.
I love how I actually love.
That's
not
much of a secret, Foxy. We could have guessed that ourselves. Like.
I also love the fact that as soon as Ospreay got thrown out and Foxy's just like this. It's like I don't know what's happening anymore.
You know what's really jarring, lads? Watching Ango in the front row.
That should tell you how long ago that was.
Isn't that so fucking weird? Just seeing him like, what's he doing out of a suit?
Like,
Get
OTT
fucking up in that comedy
2014.
box. Yeah.
And at least 2 of those years, Ango was in the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let there be hope for all of you kids. You too can be a commentator for OTT.
Foxy, have you
As
got
long as you look well in a
or
suit.
sprain wrist?
Yeah, it was a sprain.
Were you injured in
Too
an
much
accident? That wasn't
hand
your
action.
fault. Because you could be entitled to compensation.
Oh yeah.
Oh, great shot.
I'm glad you didn't hear my joke.
I was still
For what it's
doing all the other shows.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I was starting to get into the swing of doing other shows outside of OTT.
What had actually happened was, folks at home, is he actually managed to do a 3, but his hand had never actually done that motion before of holding
Yeah,
up
and
3.
it sprained itself. Yeah.
And it literally just sprained. And yeah, he hasn't done a 3 count since.
It's true. It's true. I've seen
I
it
haven't done a
myself.
3 count in fucking
Year. Nearly.
February.
Since February.
February.
He wasn't. Yeah. To be fair,
8
like
months.
I'd be
8
worried
months.
for them first show back, like, because you could forget how to do a 3 count altogether, and
I
the first
don't
match will
know
never end.
I actually forgot what it's like to be someone in the crowd. I don't think I'll be able to do my OTT job anymore.
To be fair, the actual COVID anxiety will kick in there, and just go, I'll never want to be part of a crowd again. Just pipe the show into my brain to be quicker.
Just be like this, going to my seat.
Like, even watching this back, like, it's so fucking weird now. Like, with everything going on, like, seeing, did we actually sit in this cesspool? How did we all not get flus after this?
Every single night leaving OT or leaving the Tivoli Theatre, I was always like, I feel so dirty. It's like I actually feel the grime.
That was more the Tivoli than anything else, in fairness.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, like it was always a Tivoli, and I'm like, I actually feel so dirty. I can feel the grime sitting. I sat in that fucking Tivoli Theatre. I sat in the Tivoli once with a fucking pair of shorts on those
that was a mistake.
Plastic chairs. Do you know what? Considering how fucking hot that place got, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And the tetanus shot I got afterwards was worth it.
It's weird seeing this in like slow, distorted motion.
It's weird. I'm looking at the reactions though from people are hilarious because they change to such extremes.
Yeah.
Also, okay, there's a chap standing on the floor seats, and the way the banner is behind him, he looks like he's flashing. It's distracted me so much.
The one major thing that's very cringe to me when I watch back these is like watching the difference in how little I did back then compared to now. Because I wasn't comfortable in the role.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
I'm still making that transition.
But it was also that, like, and like with every show back then, we were just trying to embarrass you at some point. It's just like, here, let's chop the ref. No, don't do that. Let's suplex the ref. No, let's choke on the ref. Please stop.
Hold on. Time everything. What do you mean back then? I still do that.
Valid point, but he wasn't.
I never grew out of that. I never grew out of that phase.
There's a lot of things that happened back then that would not fly again in 2020.
Is it the cocaine? It's the cocaine, isn't it? It's the cocaine.
I can't wait. I can't wait for like the OTT steroid scandal to hit, and like for Joe to have to go Vince McMahon on it, and like go to court wearing a neck brace. Just like get.
There's literally be one person. That'd be it.
Liam Royal just suddenly deflates. Like.
I actually, do you know what you said? It's one person. Straight away, I was like, I know who this is.
Maxer suddenly loses an ab.
I'm just gonna text a name into the group chat.
Yes. And it's not even gonna be like the one you think it is. That's the funny part of it. So for anyone that watching this, like, they can take whoever guess they want and they'll probably be right.
Yeah, try me down in the comments. You'll get there eventually.
This is the one who I think it is. I'm not putting it into the group chat.
No.
Shut up!
No.
Oh, I'm actually very
clean. All clean.
To be fair, that is if
I think when he was younger,
if we're gonna have a fake one,
in the last 4 years, no, he's been all clean.
Yes.
Damn.
Because he wants the big Fed. That's why. That's his
Absolutely, of
goal.
course.
Oh,
Yeah, why not, man?
hold on.
Those supposed to won't try themselves.
Yeah, here at this channel we don't incriminate people, so that's why we're not saying it.
We're being trying to be nice. I know it's weird having a YouTube channel that's trying actively to be nice.
I love how I'm just trying to guess it now because now I'm going through everyone in the roster. But like, if it wasn't the one I genuinely actually thought it was, now I am quite curious.
Oh, nice.
So the second one you put in was years ago.
Oh yeah,
Around
I knew,
definitely.
yeah. No, I was sure of that one, but I was also in my head. I was thinking, I think he's stopped since then.
Yeah,
I do like that we're taking this chance of watching old Ryan Small matches just spill the tea on people.
I'm sorry.
It's a very small thing to do. In fairness, like that's like he was a bit of a gossip as well sometimes, in a nice way,
like,
of course.
the second one, yeah, back in 2010, yes. Now, no. The tour guy, no, completely clean.
Bollocks.
Nope, completely clean.
Wow, that means every single one of my chants towards him was actually was slander. Wow.
You could have been sued.
That's the funny thing. Like, people think that like he's mad on it. He's not.
I'm mad. Do you know what? I'm fucking well impressed now at that.
Although you want to know someone who was,
yeah,
he was fond of a golden can.
Interesting.
Really?
That one's gonna have to be written down for me.
I'll tell you after. That's a
Oh my
surprise.
God.
That's a surprise. Wow. Okay.
That should have been well obvious.
Oh, is that well? I wouldn't have thought it. Like, it wouldn't be the first name that came to mind. You know what I mean?
There you go, Amy.
That's a shocker.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. You know, looking back at even these old, Osprey matches.
It didn't work for him, that's why.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
Clearly.
Sorry.
now she's distracted now. I'm still blown away by like the stuff that these lads could do.
Yeah.
Put them together and fucking hell, it's astounding.
But a lot of this is like clearly a couple off the cuff
That's
too.
why I said he should have stuck to it.
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Like,
I'm sure he is too.
Because he was trying to get bigger and it didn't work.
Oh God, you can see my
He
shiny
just
head
got
in the
perfect.
audience. Oh, that didn't go.
Chrome.
Yeah, no, honestly, like you can see me just there, like in the standing room. With the
Just like
tallest
getting
bloke.
you a paddy cap. There you go. Stop the glare.
To be fair, yeah. Well, to be fair, looking back at this, going like, "Fuck!" I actually did have a lot of hair back then, relatively speaking. Quite embarrassing.
Beautiful hair, long luxurious hair. I actually, do you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm watching this now and I'm looking as to where Pete and where Will got to, and it's a little bit of me is really just sad that Ryan didn't get that.
That's the main thing for me too. Is that like,
he
had the same level of talent. He really did.
To be honest with you, I actually think I would probably rate some of his matches higher than I would Osprey's.
The thing is, like,
yeah, I would do. Yeah.
Like, Smile had charisma at the door. So, he definitely should have gotten it.
I said this before OTT, he was himself and the Dunn brothers used to travel to Dublin for a DCW, and Smile was the standout for every single show he was on. Like, my God, the man was oozing talent, and this is before like Pete and Pete.
I love that sound. That sound I love. Like the crowd are like 1, 2, boom.
Yeah.
Is it because we count for you? So you don't have to do it.
No,
It's
but,
true. Be honest. Be honest. It's true.
But like for me, like certain, like I'm kind of still in the wrestling mentality where like certain reactions is what I live for.
Oh yeah.
So for me, getting that kind of reaction where it's like, it's also we experience. I know when we have a crowd completely, like completely in our hands, it is like
I'm
you
actually,
get that kind of reaction. Look at
I'm,
the.
act-
I'm
I'm
trying to give you
actually
the
just
best
thinking
example.
it. Do you know what I think is the best example that you can have to know that you have the crowd in the palm of your hand when they are completely silent and they actually have nothing?
Yeah.
Because you can,
Yes.
like, you can hear, like, it sounds really stupid when if you're saying it, but unless you're actually in the room, sort of thing, you can hear a fucking pin drop because everyone is literally in anticipation, waiting to be able to make that massive cheer. And there's one match in particular, and it was at an OTT show, and I've harped on to you lads about this match because I still think it's probably one of the greatest matches I've ever got to see in live, and it has a redacted superstar in it, against Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh yes.
And
yeah,
you could cut the tension with, like, that was it's not even like to say it was a split crowd because everyone was cheering every move that was been made, and then we were just in silence.
Yeah.
Waiting
for the next
Jesus.
Another one I throw in that category is Tachi Suzuki in the stadium, where everyone's just dead silent, waiting for the next elbow to be hit, and everyone's just wincing, waiting for the next one. You know.
Oh, like, honest to God, like when you can, when it's silent enough that you can hear the chop.
Yes.
You're just like, oh my God. I remember, I don't know if it was OTT or if it was one of this. It was definitely an OTT show, sorry. But I don't know if it was in this. I can't remember if it was in the stadium or if it was in the Tivoli. But I remember one chop happened, and I actually remember just getting hit in the face with like half of us got just hit in the face with sweat that got hit off the and you were just like. And it wasn't even like, oh, this is disgusting, I'm covered in your sweat. It was like, oh my God, I felt it. I felt it too. I hope you're okay. I think you can actually feel your own chest caving.
Oh, I love it. I love that move, by the way. The springboard cutter. It's fucking great. Love everything
Amy
about it.
making notes for the next fucking future wrestling.
Mate, you can't even do a frog splash. Don't.
Sorry, excuse me.
Okay, all right.
Anyone who has watched back on our RPGs since we started recording for the channel, I have hit a number of off the top rope moves. Thank you very much. Foxy will be back. His laptop has had a complete panic attack.
Yes. But again, like, I would have paid so much fucking money to see these two lads going for it. Like, imagine if Smile had been at it for the title run, him and Ospreay for the title in the stadium would have been absolutely fucking glorious. It really would have been. That's
Bear in mind, he did have a title match in this. He did have a title match in the stadium. Now, granted, it was a fucking triple threat match.
Yeah, but it was still good.
It was still a cracking match.
Yeah. Again, we'll be talking about that more when we get to Smile's title reign, because it was like, in a way, like at the time it was kind of long overdue, but it was also like it was seen as a kind of token of thanks for the work he's done, and then a lot of negatives then kind of kicked in at the same time, and that's a real shame, because like he'd been waiting so long for that kind of like appreciation, and then it just didn't. A lot of just stuff kind of happened in the meantime, happened outside of OTT in a sense. And the decision had to be made, and that's kind of the story of him in a way. Is that like you look at him and you will feel that kind of that sadness that like it didn't all come together for him when really all the tools were there, everything, all the ingredients were there. It just needed to come together, and it never did.
No, I know what you're saying, but like it is also things like sometimes things happen, and it's always gonna go one or two ways.
Yeah.
It's either going to come back and bite you, or it's going to be something that you can get past. And I think it was something that he was like, to be fair, it was something he was able to get past. It's just there was new factors that we didn't realize were there. That
yeah, like this is like this is like years before any of this would have kicked off. So like in a way, like naturally we like you weren't to know, but also that like it just wasn't considered, it wasn't thought, you know, kind of way. And yeah, it's just like in a way we were kind of blissfully ignorant of that, and in a way like we were happy with that. But again, times change and people change as well, you know. Just when at this time you were just looking them as wrestlers, and that was it. And Smile was a fucking brilliant wrestler. Everyone loved him for it. Again,
this is something that I've said it before, and I'll say it again. No matter what you think of somebody as a person, you'll never ever be able to deny a talent that they are. And Ryan was a fucking talent.
Incredibly raw talent. Just pure raw talent.
Oh my god.
Did you see him?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Someone ID him and get his mom to come and pick him up.
He's got school in the morning. We won't say who it is, but
do you know what?
Who know will know.
Yeah, all right. Look, we know for a fact that he didn't, because this was a Saturday night. But
yeah, that's true.
Hell.
He's got homework to do.
My match. No, it has not had any difference. The pausing has not helped at all.
One very common thread of the Ryan Small matches was that there was always afters.
Yes.
There
was always a PS to the matches.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, I don't mind. I actually don't mind that at all. And wrestling matches, I mean, because it's not like it's not like they're forced, if you get me.
Oh yeah. Like, plus it's the main event as well most of the time, so he is just sending the crowd home in a way.
He's sending us home happy.
Exactly.
Oh my god, the amount of people that I know in this, and like I'm looking at like people that I know in the crowd, and like I'm either thinking, oh, I miss seeing you, or else I'm like, fuck you. Like
I was just about to say, I was going to say earlier on, you can see, oh, there's Graps in its infancy. Look at them. Look at them there before they formed opinions. That's
I'm honest to God, I actually can't get over how drunk Ian is.
I come up just short, but you know something? You know something that's also another reoccurrence? It's Ryan Smile being in...
He's fucking slosh, see? Look at the hands. He's fucking wasted. I miss him so much. Fish, I miss you so fucking much. I think he's about to strip.
Lose or draw, you get inside the squared circle with certain individuals, whether you like them or not, and you have to respect them. And Pete Dunne is the biggest piece of shit I know. But you know something? He is a fucking amazing wrestler. But you know who else?
Can't deny talent, even if it's a shitty person, like I said to you earlier, Jonathan.
Indeed.
Yeah, instantly he was made. Like, instantly.
Jesus, he's got tiny nipples.
I was going to say how old he looks for like a man in his mid-20s. It's all the flips. It's not good for you.
Look at Osprey there, and then look at now.
Ah, it's fucking chalk and cheese.
Osprey ate him.
I think that when I look at Kyle Fletcher now as well, I'm like, what happened to Sweet Baby Kyle? Why did you eat him?
Why are you wearing a mask? Answer my questions.
I'm going to get that question answered.
Again, just seeing this exchange.
Yeah. Come back in.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my business is there.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Everyone was here.
Like, to be fair, I'm nearly sure like someone's parole officer is there as well. Like,
because they wanted to see this show.
I promise. I'm telling you now, Sandra. I'll be back. I'm coming with you. I'm Father Damo's going. I'm coming with you.
All right, Worky, come on, let's go then. Yanko's gonna be on.
Told you to be here.
You didn't tell me you were part of the show, Worky.
Well, actually, it would probably make more sense if it was Martin's parole officer.
That's in canon. Yes, that would make complete sense. Still in prison, apparently.
Yeah.
In canon.
Although he did, he broke out. Do you remember he broke out for one stadium show?
He did, yeah, and he got back. He got sent back in. He was on day release. It's a hell of a day release, in fairness.
Yeah.
I have family here. Not in this building tonight. When I was born, I had a great grandmother called Monica.
Bollocks! They're in the fucking back, Will.
Yeah. I do love that. I again, it's not a pet peeve of mine, but I do find it hilarious when British people go, "Oh yeah, I got Irish grandparents." It's like, do you? Well, half the world seems to have it.
But to be fair, I think though with Osprey, I think it's actually true.
Yeah.
It's like it's actually legit.
Tommy Treamer though was bullshit about that.
Oh, definitely. Well,
I know his surname is Lockwood, but like, nah. At that point,
like, I mean,
yeah.
That's all Tommy Green was doing. He was trying to pop the crowd and get them up for his show that he
hardcore never happened.
That was a lie.
Fiction. Yes.
That was a lie. That was a hardcore lie.
Yeah.
He bladed in front of us. You don't do that.
Stuck the place out with Paul Tracy, for fuck's sake. Like, come on. You can't start like hyping up a show when Paul can't get a good match out of you. You know what I mean?
But all I can say is I hope you spend $9.99 or so.
Oh my god, you absolute little dick. You went to like fucking high spots, which to be fair actually is the same price.
Yeah.
It could be dollars, it could be yen, that is what I'm saying.
So that was actually the New Japan Network. It's also $9.99.
Yeah.
So okay, I take it back. He didn't lie to us. Oh my god, look at Brad.
Yeah. Baby Brad.
Oh, baby fucking.
Sure, Aiden is there as well somewhere.
I think he's on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm nearly sure as well. I'm almost nearly sure I've spotted Captain Sexy as well.
Yeah, Sexy is there too.
Yeah.
Back then, he was then going to be called DJ Frosty. Oh, those are the days.
He did do a DJ Frosty. I think he did 2 Frosties, 3 Frosties.
Yes, 3 Frosties, yeah.
3 Frosties and a Screwball.
Yeah. One feast, just for good measure.
Actually,
God, do you remember fucking Mint Feast?
No.
that just reminded me. When he was doing DJ Frosty at the stadium,
Yeah.
it was hilarious watching him because
Yeah.
while he's up there on the stage supposed to be DJing, he's like looking, lads, come out, lads, come on.
He's still ring crew in a heart.
It was as if like he never listened to the song, so he didn't know when the actual kick-in was.
Yes.
But it's just hilarious to watch back.
I love this part coming up because apparently Smile didn't know that he had signed the contract. So he literally just like rushed in and hugged the poor bastard after his promo. There, look.
Oh!
He apparently he genuinely didn't know about the contract. He didn't know that he signed it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Isn't it lovely?
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
You see, this is the stuff I choose to remember as well sometimes.
Oh,
in some
look,
aspects.
you can act no, but like bullshit's that you can actually see genuine happiness like on his face, like that smile that he had.
And he's after seeing his best mate. He's after hearing his best mate has just started his career out. What more do you need to know? How could you not be happy?
Thunderstruck again.
We do, and that's what we're going to keep talking over.
Miss Saigon.
Actually made it.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm the king of the world.
I've been asked this before. It's what do I like about my job? It's the fact that I get to see the journey with a lot
Yeah.
of people. I mean, I get to see them when they start out and
Yeah.
work their way to basically to big companies. We've had several
There
people.
he is.
Yeah.
We've had several
Sorry,
people.
did that
No.
lady that Foxy might know in the crowd, did she literally kind of go to Osprey as he walked by? Foxy, have a word with your missus.
have words. Have words, lads. There's something going on there,
and
man.
tell her to get on to me because I
She
want to
wants
know
to
if it's as
introduce
rock
me.
hard as it was.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, pause.
So we've
This
got
is my
WrestleCon up next.
This is my pick. No, it wasn't. This
No.
is Foxy's.
This is
It
mine.
is, yes.
This is Foxy's. Sorry. Yes, I remember. Oh shit. Oh, I do
And
remember
this proves it, by the way, as well. This is actually 2016. So
Yeah.
we were wrong a little bit with the years. But so we've
Sorry,
just had
hold
our
on.
TEDs.
Me and Foxy. Hold on. Me and
Go for it.
Foxy said it was 2014 that we started. So this
We
is
started in
mid.
2014.
Yeah.
2 years later.
Yeah. But our TED definitely was.
15.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that would have been the end of 2015 then.
Yes.
Grant.
Because WrestleCon was October 2016.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So like I said, there was a kind of that kind of passage of time, like the kind of the Pete Dunne year, as it were, the year dominance, and then the bit of like jockeying back with Luther Ward and that. And again, like in the Ryan Smile kind of context, he was just quietly having really good matches on the card. But the feud that he was in at the time was him and Marty Scurll.
Yes. Oh my god! I'm actually just reminded of one of Marty Scurll's promos.
Oh, it was phenomenal. And now that's not the match we're talking about. We're going to be watching later now, but this is in the same weekend where essentially as a warm up, Foxy, he's going to take on this obscure indie wrestler who's been in NXT for a while. We wouldn't have known him, and then he came back, and then he's back again. He's back. He's freed from the chains of NXT again. A guy called Chris Hero, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
I think so. Chris Hero. I mean, he'll never amount to anything.
Shout out, Chris, if you're watching.
Hold on a second. I love Chris Hero.
Yeah,
and,
we all
and
do. We're being very facetious.
I do love him. And Chris remembered me from this show when I met him.
Well,
so that was nice.
Job done.
Yeah, that was
so,
nice.
So Foxy, talk us through this match, because we all kind of picked one here. So you were kind of spoiled for choice, really, in terms of the matches from this area of Smile's career.
There was a lot. Like I actually not gonna lie, like I had a hard time remembering because the amount of matches that I've refereed, and especially with Smile, it was just like, how do I narrow it down? Like especially if we're trying to go at different points in his career with OTT, it's very difficult. But I found this one because we were trying to hand it down, trying to establish a new tradition for OTT. We thought we'd try our hand with a weekend, like a full-on double header, and we happened to get a lot of imports over, so we thought like we just put really good matches together, and one of them happened to be like Ryan Smile against Chris Hero. It was talked about like backstage, like who'd you put him against? So when we thought like Ryan has always given us consistent like good matches, so what have we put him there? And that was it really. Like I think it was just a general consensus, like yes, we need to see this.
Yes, we can.
14,
yes, we can.
This was during the Yes We Can era as well. So yeah, it's a very enjoyable match. Like good back and forward, good way of establishing Chris Hero as well.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm nearly sure this was match of the weekend.
Yeah, I go with that. I
think this was match of the weekend.
And again, like he did face, like in that weekend, Chris Hero did face like Ryan Smile, Pete Dunne, and if I'm not mistaken, Jordan Devlin.
Yeah, the next night he faced him, and that's when you got your receipt down on Hero, a nice Let's have spotted Shining Wizards. There's the Chris Hero.
The kick to the face. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, I'm fucking blushing, fairness.
Yeah. But this was my pick, and hopefully you enjoy it as well. So
yeah.
Follow us on this journey. Let's go.
So just before we press play on this one, was this day 1 or day 2? This was day 1. So this, and when you go back onto the OTT pivot share, when you subscribe, day 1 WrestleCon, you will be able to find this match. However, I do recommend that you do watch both shows. Anyway,
yeah, watch a whole lot. In fairness, like
this is definitely this is definitely one to seek out. So WrestleCon day 1.
Yeah, definitely one of the highlights of the Tivoli years, has to be said. So yeah, let's do it. By the way, full disclosure, this day is by far one of the most stressful days I've ever had in my life. Right? I had a fucking journey to get to this show.
I'm actually just remembering the day that Comic-Con ran. The weekend at Comic-Con, there was also an OTT show.
Yeah.
Me and Nathan went to it, and there was also a Ryan Smile match. I think it was Uptown Funkers were actually on that match. And me and Nathan had to leg it from the convention center to get to Tivoli for OTT. Nathan was still dressed as Clark Kent and Superman. Meanwhile, I had taken off my Comic-Con outfit and I shoved it into my bag because I bought a spare pair of clothes with me.
Yeah, love it.
Jesus, we were fucking stressing.
So my story for this show in particular was that I was on jury duty, okay, and I was on jury duty for the entire week. So the trial started Tuesday, right, and it was going to Wednesday and Thursday, and it was still going on. We started deliberating on the Thursday, right? And I was thinking, okay, grand, we'll get to on some point Friday morning we'll have a call and we'll decide what the verdict is, right? And at this time, I'm now in the stage where I'm organising tickets for a whole range of people. One of them being my cousin Michaela, who's coming in from the country on Houston at a certain time. So she's coming from Houston straight to the show with me, okay? So I'm thinking, okay, that's grand. Like, I've got the week off work, it's fine. We'll just rattle off this trial, get that done. Then I'm gonna have the day to relax and then pick up Kayla from the station and go straight to Tivoli. Perfect. We finished deliberations at 5 p.m.
He might be there, hero.
So the court heard it at like 5, and I fucking legged it out by 5:30. So there's like a little the jury going like, well, we all learned a lot about ourselves today, didn't we? I don't fucking care. I have somewhere to go. So I booked it from the Phoenix Park where the courts were down to Houston Station, arrived just in time for the train to arrive, and then just in time then to go to the Tivoli, all in fucking one fell swoop, and then finally getting a hold of my phone, where like 8 people were texting me, where are you? I need my ticket. It's like, cool, I'm on the way. So literally by the time I got to the Tivoli, I think like I had a chance to get a fucking subway from that subway down on Dame Street around the corner, and then that was my whole day then. And then I got a few drinks in because Christ, that was in the gym afterwards then. A few social drinks, let's say.
All time, no matter who you ask.
This is already a big difference in the year.
Yeah.
Commentary.
Oh, that's
the commentary team.
Yeah, the presentation is so different now, like.
And I've got goosebumps here waiting to see what happens in this match.
Oh my god, I mark out so much when Chris Hero comes out. Jesus Christ. It's not even that. Like, I'm proper full on.
But again, like the reason I really enjoy this match as well is that like Smile throughout this entire period was still in a kind of like under the radar situation in the grand scheme of things. Because we had like lads who were getting signed to NXT UK at the time, and New Japan were scouting and all that sort of stuff. Even What Culture Wrestling were signing people to deals. So like in a way, like we're thinking like, well, surely Smile must get something at some point, you know? Like he must have something in the pipeline. And again, he just kind of kept flying on the radar, which was good news for us in OTT because we kept having him every month rather. But again, you were thinking like it was at this period where OTT were actively putting the machine behind him and trying to get him higher up the card and giving him matches that would put him on the radar. And this was certainly one of those matches. Like people will look back at this and go, wow, he's wrestled Chris Hero, I'll have to watch this. If anyone was interested in his back catalogue, this is one of them, you know? Yeah, it's kind of
I
pro
mean,
because
like this was during Chris Hero's like tour. Like he had just gotten released from WWE like a few weeks prior. And
Exactly.
Yeah, this was like his like like not I wouldn't say a comeback tour, but this was like literally his I'm fucking back.
He's getting his groove
comeback
back.
tour, yeah.
Yeah, because he'd been released, and a couple months went by where he was just completely dark. He didn't appear anywhere.
Yeah,
and then
just
Can you imagine?
He was a lot bigger.
Can I just imagine what I'll always have the what if they actually went with Chris Hero instead of Roman Reigns.
Jesus, yeah, that is a really good what if though.
Yeah, we can always explore that at a different time.
We will. I will.
Yeah,
in detail.
That's a miscellaneous segment. That is wrestling what ifs.
Lads, we won't have anything else to go on that miscellaneous episode.
Amazing.
Not gonna lie, I've been a big fan of him, like on the Indies with Ring of Honor, and then when he was in NXT the first time.
Yeah.
God, I fucking loved Hero.
Obviously, like he disappeared for a good while and then reappeared. He was much bigger, like a much bigger guy. And I was just like instantly, my mind was just like, can he really? Like, can he still go? Like, is he still good?
Oh
like,
my God, he
and
could
I
still
was
go.
proved wrong within a few minutes. I was like, yes.
So they can see this match. Nobody wants to
I think I need a fucking like ice bucket or something.
Small versus Hero.
If anything, I was more impressed because like he managed to keep his repertoire, like from when he was slimmer.
Yeah.
But still incorporate into big man status.
That's it, yeah. Like he still retained the muscle memory from it, you know.
Yeah.
And in a way, like his issue wasn't like in a way the gain wasn't intentional. It was his thyroid shut down. There's not a lot you can do with that.
He had no choice in the matter.
Exactly.
Can we just appreciate something here? The crowd is completely split 50-50 right now.
Yeah.
Not for Ryan.
Hero, fuck him up, smile, fuck him up, Hero.
And here's the perhaps with the cringiest part of Smile's OTT career, maybe, possibly. Oh no, it's coming up next. Sorry.
Terry Humperdinck comes out and makes this a triple threat match. This place.
Again, you can tell sometimes the year that is in the OTT by Fox's haircut.
Yeah. What were you thinking, mate? Like, seriously, this...
You've had some bangers over the years, lads.
This is also something that we're going to discuss on Miscellaneous. Foxy's look throughout the years, okay? Because, mate, I have to discuss, like, some of the long hair choices you've made.
Yes. The mullet, I think, deserves more investigation. And the various, like, levels of goatee.
Foxy, you got a standing ovation.
Look at him, he's delighted himself.
Look at you. This is like when they gave Lex Luger the belt just to run around the ring with, and he had like his moment. This is your moment.
Oh God, yeah.
But another reason why this match stands out to me is because, like,
oh my God, the t-shirt and everything I'm wearing. What the fuck is wrong with me?
We're all having fun in this.
I realise now I actually don't like watching back OTT shows when I know I made it to the camera.
Yeah. But
you're not gonna like your match later on then.
Yeah.
Oh
no! Yeah, you remembered now, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, did I forget that when it was only like 3 days ago we discussed it?
Yes. You blocked it out, man. That's why.
Oh my God, do I have CTE? CTE.
Well, you don't have CT flex.
What I always love when we get imports over is when they're actually game. Like, they're just up there for having a laugh as well. It's like they think you're coming in and gonna do a full-on serious match.
This is where Smile lost us.
Yes,
when he picked on Rob. This is when he picked on Rob. That's when he lost us.
Was that Rob's first show? Was it?
It was early days. He'd been to, I think, 1 or 2 previously.
Oh, that's good, because that'd be a horrible first impression to leave. Fucking hell. again, very much that kind of epitomized smile. Like he fucked up a lot. Like, you know, he made mistakes.
To be fair though, like I'm one of Rob's like best mates, and I can tell you now that joke has stuck with Rob because of Ryan's smile. We continue to bring that, like we joke about that all the time, and he finds it hilarious.
Oh
like, he does laugh at it. Like it wasn't anything done to stay on that. It was just I need to get the crowd back. How do I do it? It wasn't that way.
No, that was not it.
Not the way. Not the way.
Again, it kind of showed you the change in audience as well, like because like 2 years, like original OTT, like first gen, everyone going like, haha, yeah, hilarious.
Yeah.
But now we're nicer.
We're 2 years in. We're 2 years into it. Okay, we're no longer doing that chant.
Yeah, we're now a family.
Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure at the next show we brought back a pedo chant. So I mean, like we were very hot and cold as a crowd. To
be fair, Amy, I think you find we were well ahead of the curve there. We were ahead of our times in OTT.
I think they want to see some wrestling.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes, we were. Oh my god!
when you look at it, yes, mechanically we were well ahead of the curve.
Oh my god! This bigger picture is not. I don't like it anymore. I want to close Pandora's box.
I agree.
That's a good way to
we should all just
no, that's no. I like it. All seriousness, I'm glad the shit came out.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, my camera went off.
It did.
That's a bit weird. Oh, and I'm back.
Bloom.
I don't know what happened.
See the second rope lie on too.
Again,
I also do.
Go for it.
I also do love and it's a fixture that like Ryan, not even just Ryan Smile matches, but it was also a fixture for Eddie Guerrero matches.
Mm-hmm.
When he'd play to the crowd and like balance on the ring ropes and stuff like that. But some of the positions that he ended up in, especially after certain moves, I was always
oh my god,
someone needs to paint this as a Renaissance painting because Jesus Christ, like
this is actually a great match for that.
His selling is unbelievable, and like it doesn't matter who he's with, he puts them over so good. Like
absolutely,
it doesn't matter who he's with, you're going to look good in the ring with Ryan.
Like, I was very fortunate enough to work with him as a wrestler, and
yes, I remember.
Me over, and, like, I felt like fucking Cloud9. Like that's how good he is.
Yeah,
like people that shouldn't have been like higher level, but he'd bring you up to that level.
Exactly, yeah.
Even if it was just for that match, he'd bring you up to that level.
Definitely.
And again, that's always a sign of a good wrestler sometimes, is being able to get someone either the two of you on par and then make a good match together. You know, sometimes like some lads are one-dimensional and they can get themselves working fine, but oftentimes that's all they can do. You know, there's a limit to what they can do.
I think that case, like, yes, he was super talented, but I think it was also a case that he was very comfortable in his role. He knew full well it's easy for him to get over. So therefore, if I try to make this guy, I can still do it in the process.
My camera quality is going to dip severely because I'm going to change the camera to the laptop one because that's going to keep cutting off, and I think it's interfering. So I'll be back on in a second.
Amy will join us after these commercial breaks.
Diddle-doo. Have you been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault?
Well, Amy was, but she can't get any compensation out of it.
Because it was my fault.
Exactly.
I don't think that's
lads, look, just next time you are like rushing down the stairs in the morning, just make sure the fucking delivery is for you.
Alternatively, make sure to actually like stand on the step you're going for and not the air around it. That also helps a lot.
You know what? It's if the stairs weren't as fucking steep as they are, like it wouldn't actually have been a problem.
Oh, there we go. There's one. That's one. That's
That
one.
is a Renaissance painting right there now, my friends.
There's your second rope lieback.
All right, I'm gonna have to change me.
It's just the way he landed. It's just like, yeah, he's been sniped.
Still thinks it's the first ever OTT.
Oh, that's a little bit better.
Strikes are so good.
He has
Yeah.
no idea where he is right now. And yes, Chris Hero.
To be fair, like Chris Hero is like almost like the perfect opponent for Smile as well to do that type of selling, because he is such a pure striker. It's just a case of like hit an elbow and then let Smile do all the work in that sense.
It really showcases like his ability, like to actually sell and put over your moves.
The back elbow. And the flying shoulder tackle is enough.
But not only that, Chris Hero is very willing to sell in the process as well.
Oh, of course. Like there was always a give and take with that, but that's because Hero's a great worker himself.
Such a good
Guy
worker.
gets wrestling. Yeah.
The speed and agility of Ryan Smile is key.
Like it is so. It's great when you have two guys who just absolutely just get wrestling. 10 out of 10. They understand what to do. They understand the process. And you see that then from the match they produce.
Hero's got the upper hand in this match. Now, the difference between this and the last one, there are
Oh no.
I find it strange, especially like watching it back, the fact that like the pacing for this match was actually
Chris Hero's literally letting his hair down.
it wasn't overly like run. There was a stop-start to it.
Yeah, it was explosive.
Everything made sense. Like it worked for both guys, like body types or their abilities or lack thereof. I mean, Hero, for all the stuff that he can do, again, he's a bigger guy now.
I will actually say this, and it's
a bit slower at times.
Yeah.
This is completely off topic, but it's just after reminding me of this. Chris Hero gives the best hugs I've ever had in my entire life.
Ah, yeah, he looks like a great hugger. Oh, here we go.
Honest to God.
You're spying me.
Oh, he just kicked it in the face.
Are you okay? Are you? That's literally what me and Nathan were asking. Are you okay?
Look at the three babies.
Girl fucking t-shirt. Look at you.
I know.
The three babies in the second row, like, God love yous.
Do you know what made it even worse?
How can something so cute be so dangerous?
I got a fucking ricochet off that fucking hit, like kick to the face. Like literally, when I met Hero, fucking Strong Style, he was like, "Oh, you're the one I kicked in the face." It's like, yeah. Hi, nice to meet you again.
Can I get that receipt?
But you know why But you know what? Like legit, why he recognized me? Because I had the OTT snapback. I hadn't got my new snapback, so I had the OTT snapback on me, and he was like, oh, straight away, and I was like, oh, yeah, that was me. Good times.
Also, another little tidbit, like, we have Angus on commentary. Oh, we also see Claire in the crowd.
And now, yeah.
There's our medic.
Yes.
Why is she not on duty?
Technically, I believe this is the first time she ever was, without even realizing it.
Yeah. She was literally on hand, but that.
Yeah.
Well, I said this earlier. If Ryan wants to be successful here, he's got to play it his own pace.
What's crazy is that it's hard to believe, like it's hard to think back and like.
Dissecting Ryan. Like this.
Was she never not on the fucking books? Like, because
she was there.
No, but like that tells you how like crucial she is now. Like you forget she was never actually part of the crew for a good bit. About OTT's run.
It's always the kind of thing you don't think of. Like, I mean, Debbie was on hard cam for a good while as well. You know, just people just wouldn't have factored in initially.
It's gas, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gas now when I look at shows and I see Debbie on the hard cam. I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, I forgot that's where you start. Like,
or when Valkyrie was doing like the Humperdinck's like niece or something like that, wasn't it? That was
yes, half sister.
That's what it was. Yes.
Half sister.
Yes.
Where he was aiming.
I actually, do you know what? There was I watched when I was watching the Marble Zone show. After, I think it was the day after Ryan had passed, I was watching it because it was literally the only thing that stuck out in my mind. I was like, I have to watch this show again.
Yeah.
And that was actually when Valkyrie was out. She had the little flower crown on her. I was like, oh my God, I remember this.
It was a good idea at the time.
To be fair, it made sense where they were going with it.
Yeah.
Because it was going to end up in a match between her and Justy, I would have imagined. Which
I would have.
It was a match planned.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it had an end game. We just never got to see it.
Exactly.
You have to give it to Joe. He knows how to do the WWE booking.
He loves his old school. All he needs is a wrestling wedding. That's it. That's all he needs.
I love you, Joe. Oh no, that was at Low Blows. To be fair, I would love to see Terry Thatcher in the middle of the ring, like doing an absolute Randy Savage.
Yes.
And Miss Elizabeth with Midget Mammy. And then having, who could come out? Have Fran come out and do the Jake the Snake role.
To be fair, like I think Linda's doing the Macho Man in that situation. Like,
we all know she's getting Terry on her shoulder.
That's absolutely yes, absolutely.
We love you both.
Yes, please. We would love to have you on the show. By the way,
Linda.
Here we go. He's going for it.
Oh.
No one, I've seen wrestlers do that before, but he does that so fucking well.
Fran took. My was the one that took that book, and no one else.
Smile high with Ryanair.
You can even see them like.
Fucking no, I'll just back up. It's like, let's go.
Yeah. No, to be fair. I don't know what it is, but I'm nearly sure anytime Fran saw a camera around him, he would no sell it. But as soon as the camera was off him, he was always, oh, fuck, why? I fucking hate it. I remember one time, he was like, I fucking hate wrestling.
Going home. Jesus Christ.
Get the crowd back on his side.
Absolutely dying. Got that dive. Got nailed in the face. Oh, still driving though.
Do you know what? It's kind of gas seeing like the likes of Callum Black when he hasn't like started like going into
growing a beard.
The beard and then the bulking. It's just like he looks so fucking skinny and young there. It's gas.
It's like, oh my Jesus.
Tasty deal there.
That all happened in a flash. The turnaround of
I also noticed the big difference, like not only in the hair, but the big difference in how he walked as well.
Well, this will be a year or a bit now. Yes.
Work OTT matches before,
like a year. Different. Like I'm not completely glued to the corner, but still relying on old habits.
And he can put you away.
There is the bass player for Crown the King. Is actually is on the stills. The bass player for Crown the King. He's in the stills where he's in this. He's actually. They're a fucking class band that I highly suggest everyone fucking streams them on Spotify. Our ring announcer for OTT, Butch, is lead singer. They're after release and they have 3 singles out at the moment.
Killing out there.
Their most recent one is Honey, and it's a fucking banger. It is. But the bass player Aina is actually in the front row. Yeah. There you can see him with his OTT shirt.
Bollocks.
But stream them on Spotify. Huh?
Bollocks tired apparently because you have to let out a big.
Yeah, he's after yawning. He had been drinking for like 2 days straight before WrestleCon started.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh.
Great bomb.
I actually can't remember the finish of this match.
I've hit you with pretty much everything I've got in the locker. What's it going to take to put
Jeez, I recorded this yesterday and I can't remember now. Shit. That's really bad.
I mean, just his facials were, honest to God, he got, you might not even have a clue what the storyline is, but he got you invested in his fucking matches.
I always just say this about a certain redacted wrestler who was in OTT, and he always had this pennant of making his matches dramatic, even though they didn't have to be. You're just like, oh, I've just decided to make them dramatic and climactic, and like I might lose, I might win, whatever it is. But let's be fair, Ryan Small did that so much fucking better than he did. And sorry,
I'm thinking of 5 redacted wrestlers that were in OTT that have done
that. This one was very independent.
Yes, we know.
Right. So he had like he had this issue where like I always had an issue with his matches where like you're putting unnecessary drama into your matches to make you like seem like you're in a Titanic battle when it isn't. Whereas with Smile, because of the way he was, like he was so gaunt, he was a cruiserweight. You know, he didn't have much
Amy,
muscle on
sit
him.
the fuck down.
It's like because like Ryan looked the way he did, like you could tell he was in a fight. Like look at the fucking marks on his back and all that, you know.
Oh,
and the way he
God,
did look. The guy would ragdoll around the ring, whereas with this particular guy, he didn't do any of that. He just said, "Oh, it's serious battle because I said so." It's like fuck off. You can't just do that. You have to prove it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Jesus Christ. But to be fair, I always zoned out during his matches, so I actually.
I had my back turned to most of them, so yeah. I mean, see them. And to be fair, I feel very vindicated in that now.
Oh, come on. Come on. I was at this, for fuck's sake, Amy. What the hell?
But you see, that's what it is. That's what he did. He got you emotionally invested in his matches properly. This is what he was good at. Look at that, like.
Oh my God! Like,
get the piss beaten out of him.
Stop! He's alright.
What a reversal for Ryan Smile.
That was a beautiful.
Yeah.
Sucked in just enough so that way, like when it came time for something big like that,
yeah,
you were fully on it.
This was the strength. The strength was that, like, literally when you get in, like he gets you hooked in, and you're on the journey with him. You know.
I was cheering fucking Chris Hero this entire match, right? And now that I'm watching it back again, I'm highly just invested in the match now, as a whole.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know we've ever had a crowd this engaged in a match before. In the 2 years history of
we've never had one more
beauty of it now is watching how good they are at not only being able to wrestle, but to be able to do subtleties of it. Calling spots, even with cameras, like directly.
Yeah.
Like that's an art form in itself.
Oh God.
Fights out of it. Off the ropes. Jumps up. Oh no. He's caught.
Rana missed it. Oh no.
We all feared the worst with this one.
This is dangerous.
Yeah.
This is dangerous. Don't do it.
We know it's fucking dangerous. You don't have to keep telling us.
Absolutely everything that Hero has to offer.
Now, I will actually point out at this point I was screaming profanities against Ryan Smile.
The gas tank is empty. Ryan Smile, as he does every month, has given his all for this.
I was fucking freaked at this point. I was like, "You fucking, come on, fucking Hero! You fucking, fuck you, Smile! Come on, Hero!" That was literally me.
Like one of the only things that I did, I'm hating for it, but like when you watch the matches back there, it's excellent. Is Ryan would always leave it. Very last second.
It tells you everything you need to know. Hero is waiting to see if Smile can get up.
And it pissed me off.
Hero hasn't any choice. He's sacrificed himself.
Now, you bite. It's just like.
Ain't it?
No need for that. That's awful. That
He doesn't want to needlessly hurt Ryan Smile. But the problem is, if you want to put Ryan
Wrestling, sportsmanship.
Wrestling. Right on the nipple.
I actually believe the nipple flew off. It ended up in the crowd later on.
I think it ended up in someone's can. Someone had this as a souvenir. And by the way, like I know, like people, you might hear this phrase like he gave everything in the OTT ring. Like he really fucking did. You ever talk to him afterwards? He's bollocks tired. He is exhausted. Like even, yeah. Like I remember having a chat with him after the second WrestleCon show. I've never seen a man so physically exhausted. Like he had just like mentally was tired from those two matches. but in a way, like he liked doing that. He liked to burn himself out in one match because that's what he wanted to do. You know, he wanted to give everything in it.
He hits the cutter, springboard cutter.
And at the same time,
Foxy, your reactions as well.
Yeah, I think that's the improvement you were talking about, Foxy. It's just like, you're physically involved in the matches now.
Ryan's not going for the pin.
You fucking Hulk Hogan, hot dog, grand slamming bastard.
I can just about see my shiny head in the crowd there. But I'm at the back there somewhere.
But it certainly shows some balls.
Yes, it does, Engo. Yes, it does.
From up top.
That was also something as well. Anytime anyone got onto the top rope in the Tivoli, I was always like, "You're gonna hit your head off that ceiling." Oh no!
That's death.
Like,
Tombstone.
That's it.
That's got to be it. Amazing. What a match. What a match, Engo.
Fucking brilliant.
Brian Smile gave it absolutely everything he had. He just by the thinnest of margins came up short to international superstar Chris Hero. This crowd is on their feet. Not for the winner Hero, but for both of them.
Of course we were fucking on our feet.
Tonight, on the first night of OTT's second anniversary WrestleCon.
It took every single.
And bear in mind, like tomorrow, Smile has to face Skrull and try and put him away. Like, so when you're in the middle of this weekend, you're thinking like this is a good acid test, but like the actual storyline kicks in tomorrow. You know what I mean?
And I did have a second Skrull shirt on, just to let people know. I did have it. I also was supporting the villain the following night.
It was 2016, people. Just remember that.
Different time.
Different time.
Different time.
Look at this. Nobody's sitting down, Angle. Everybody's up. What a match. What a crowd. What an event. What a venue.
That's also a fucking tune as well. Lads, indie wrestlers have the fucking best ring music. Let's be honest here.
They can, but they can also have really bad ones as well.
Do you know what? I will always be fucking happy that I got to sing Like a Prayer when Grado came out.
Yeah, that's something at least.
That should not work. Oh god.
Every DVD highlight reel.
Ugh.
Happy grin on you.
Oh,
he was next to me.
Do you know what I'd already hugged him earlier on that day. I'd already had an old chat with him that day, and yet there I am splooshing all over the place. This makes the Trend 7 thing make so much more sense.
Oh, look at the happy little face.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh.
How did you leave that place in one piece, man? Holy shit! Like you were just
fucking river.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like, she wasn't a wet floor sign.
I'm surprised Nathan didn't just collect you in a fucking bucket, like.
I can say whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna try to keep this fucking short.
The fact that always gets a pop.
Yeah.
I can say whatever the hell I want.
Fuck yes! We're men, women over 18. We can do this.
Okay, I'm legit so happy he was standing in front of me, because if the camera had been on me, you literally would have just seen me checking him out again. Right. I take back the comment I made against Foxy's missus when she touched Will Ospreay. Okay, I take it back.
You've no like to stand on here now.
While I didn't touch anyone, I'm no better whatsoever than
the
anyone.
intention was there.
Oh, if I thought I could have gotten away with it, I would have jumped back and like gone to the back with him. Like jockey backed.
I remember now where I was for these shows. We were right down the back. Do you remember you had the wooden tape like stand for like seats? They were like the best. They were like the best seats in the house at one time. Yeah. We nicked them. Nicked them from both WrestleCon shows.
The ones. So see the side where I'm on now, the side directly across where it has the bar set up there. I was standing there for the Dream Before Christmas.
Oh Jesus!
And honest to God, right
Best
now,
seat in the house
I
there.
missed out on my front row seat, right, and I'm raging over that because of the Finn Balor thing.
Yeah.
But for the entirety of the show, that was legit the best view.
I'd actually agree with that. I agree with that.
Because even when the lads stood up on the floor seats, doesn't block a fucking thing. You can still see everything perfectly. And now, the more I think about it now, that actually might have been the best view, because you never had to move.
Yeah.
Either for like a spot or anything like that. Like that was probably the best viewing spot. Perch.
Yeah. Front row stage was like the fucking like VIP box. Like if you got that, you were just like enjoying your entire night. Which I suppose like you were perhaps a little bit out of the environment, but not really. Not in the early years.
I had the best seat in the house anyway, so yeah.
Well, you were on the card. Well, you were booked, Foxy. It's different when you're on the fucking card.
You were getting paid.
Yeah, you were paid to enjoy the show.
We got a break. We got a break. You didn't.
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, like the match is over, sort of thing. But Ryan is still like.
So what I discovered is this here, Mr. Yes We Can. You can't just beat him. If you want to beat him, you got to beat him half to death. So look, if I do have the privilege to bring my happy ass back to OTT.
One day, is that Tennings there in the background, in the crow's nest there? Looks very familiar, doesn't it?
I think it is. God, I hope he has a video out soon. It's only. I'm nearly sure there's only another 2 years to wait. I'm nearly sure it's only 2 years.
He put something out this year. Sorry, yeah.
He did, yeah. Fuck it. Is that Kev?
Yeah, it's Kev, yeah.
We need to try and get Kev, bring the red beard back.
We'll negotiate for the beard to come back.
No, get him to Diet Gold, actually. Fuck it.
Yeah. It's in character now.
That's the Olympic gimmick.
To be fair, there's one gimmick we're taking from the RPG to real life. It's Alan Morph, and I'm not going to have any other debates on
Look
that.
at me, I'm just like, fuck's sake, come on, lads.
It's 11:30.
You're like, we've another 32 matches to get through. Will you hurry the fuck up?
Pretty much.
Yes, this is the era of OTT called what is time management?
Actually, this explains now why I never made the last bus home.
I was only
going to the Keys.
Lads,
I was only ever going from Thomas Street to the
time.
Keys. I was only ever going from the Thomas House to the Keys, and I always wondered why I was constantly getting a taxi home, and then I realised it's because I never made it for the bus. And then it was only, but it's the more I look at it now, it's kind of the fans' fault when a show runs over at this point, because we never shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be like a sign when the match is over from Foxy, just like, don't feed the wrestlers. Just sit in complete silence until they leave.
Yes.
And there we have it. So, we have one last match then to show you from our trio here of the Ryan Smile arc, if you like. So this is a good bit further on, if you will. So in that time, we obviously defeated Skrull, and then
hold on? Is there a promo package before that match?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, grand. I was wondering because I'm standing in the same position,
Yeah,
but that's not the match I picked.
Frog Splash on a redacted wrestler.
Indeed, he's delightfully blocked out at the moment, but yeah, like so in this time, Smile go for it. Sorry,
he's champion. Yeah,
he's champion, he beat Pete Dunne for it.
So he'd beaten Pete Dunne for the title, and there was a bit of a let's look at it. It was kind of when Ryan, he kind of gone from like the baby face, and he was kind of starting to turn a little. And the show before this one was Marble Zone. Am I right in saying that? I am right. No.
In terms of what we're seeing in the highlights package, it would have been Stranger Things.
Yeah, right. Okay, so Marble Zone at the main event match, Redacted came out and challenged for a title shot.
Yes.
And instead of doing the normal straight away, it was a no, flat out kind of no. And this kind of, you got the few of the boos from the crowd on this one. I think that was like at that point, this is the change now what we have in Ryan.
Yes.
He was no longer the lightning, the lightly baby face. He had a bit of a cockiness now to him. He had the title sort of thing. He's starting to, he was growing a bit more in his character. Let's put it that way in a sense. And at Born to be Wasted, we had a new contender for the title who was Mark Haskins. And Mark Haskins had returned from quite a significant injury, neck injury at this point as well. So Mark Haskins was making his return to wrestling, let's put it this kind of situation. And yeah, so Born to be Wasted, we had a title match between Mark Haskins and Ryan Smile. And going into this, I think it is kind of safe to say that the heel face dynamic had changed in this match.
Yeah, totally.
In the lead up for this match, it had changed significantly, and I apologize now in advance. But yeah, I think we should go. I think we should just go into it because it's a banger of a match.
Yes.
So for the VOD, the OTT on demand, when you are going back to watch the full show, this is Born to be Wasted, and this was 2017 as well. So we have moved quite significantly.
Year,
This would have been so.
September, I want to say
September.
Anniversary.
I'm also looking. Thankfully, Stranger Things actually has August in the fucking thing. I think it does.
That always helps. Yes. Yeah, I think it was.
So I'm near. Yeah, I think actually would have been September or something like that. Because actually, would it have been before the National Stadium show?
Yeah, Born to be Wasted was the go home for that.
Was the go home for WrestleRama?
WrestleRama 2, yes.
Yes, grand. Okay, yeah. So 2017. Yes, it was definitely anyway for a stadium show. I know that for sure. But yeah, on the VOD, it is Born to be Wasted, and now we are going to sit back. I'm going to. Oh, I can already feel the anger building up in me again. Oh fuck! Yeah, we're gonna enjoy this.
Indeed, so, let's do it.
Get to it.
And I got that done tonight.
I'm already so fucking. I'm actually so aggro.
And that was my way.
And tonight, Ryan Smile has kept his vice grip on that NLW title.
Mark Haskins, one of the best wrestlers in the world, not just in the UK, not just in Great Britain, not in Europe, the world. And I say that honestly from the heart, as someone who truly believes and understands exactly what you're capable of.
I came to OTT for one reason, and that is to take this place over. And right now, you have something that I need, you have something that I want, and I'm coming for you.
Sometimes there's going to be a wall in front of me that is higher, a wall that is taller.
You forget that, like, Mark Haskins was in TNA.
See that high, tall
before he came back.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. I still find it really weird when I remember that Mark Andrews was signed to fucking TNA.
Yeah,
that's right. King of
like,
back. As far as I'm concerned, that's nothing but a fucking target.
The same way every single person.
It's also as well, like you can tell that there's a dynamic shift even in the promos that he's doing.
That will come after you.
Like the cockiness has fucking come true in all this. Like he has kind of come full circle in a sense, I think. Jesus, it's also weird as well to think that fucking Mark Haskins was the babyface at one point in OTT.
Yeah.
That's a fucking long time off.
Do you
know what? I prefer Haskins as a heel anyway. But I mean, I will never not cheer Haskins, whether he's heel or face. I love Mark Haskins. I just love Mark Haskins in jet. I think as a wrestler, I just enjoy watching him work.
He's the funny dickhead heel.
Yeah.
And I love him for it. But I hate him because like he makes me laugh.
I said, going back on your point there about kind of the shift in character shift and Smile, like in a way because like he was never really in the title conversation for a long time in OTT. There was always like 3 or 4 people ahead of him in the brackets, and then suddenly there was a sudden vacuum of contenders, and he suddenly stepped up and won the title that way. So now that he had the title, and in a sense had worked so much to get it, he was now like that desperate to hold on to it. So in a way, he was a threatened animal, and this again was developing as like contenders were just coming out of the woodwork, where you would have had Skrull, Haskins, Jordan, tons of other people. Like these are people that were active threats to his title reign, and not to even include the people that were visiting, like Cobb and Redacted. You know what I mean? There were various different people that like were all gunning for the title. So the character had to change in his sense. He had to become a shithouse, and that arrogance and cockiness, which was always there, even when he was a good guy, now took over because he was defensive. You know, he had to protect.
Listen to the crowd though, as well, though.
Yeah.
Like, little tidbit on this one. If you do watch back this show, you'll actually hear me and Ali getting into a fight with a girl in the bar stills.
Oh really?
During Corvin versus Chris Brooks.
How did that happen? Was it actually a proper row, like?
Oh, it was a proper absolute. We were like, what? You didn't at that point. At that point, Corvin. Yes, actually, you might do, but at this point, Corvin was still the shithouse heel from Belfast.
Oh yeah.
So to hear a dub cheer Corvin was a bit.
That's abnormal.
Fucking dare you? Like, how fucking dare you? Not only because it was up against my boy, but like, how dare you? And the fingers are up in high. We're very happy about this, and this is the
picture.
What sign did we have? Yes, this is where the picture came from.
Yeah.
That was John's picture, was from this particular show.
Yeah. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention that Joe, who's the promoter of OTT, and thanks to Foxy as well for suggesting it. They've set up a GoFundMe page. I don't know if it'll still be active by the time this comes out. They've raised an awful lot of money for Alice and Gerald Harrison
family.
Yeah, and like props to everyone who's pitched in, because obviously it's a pretty grim situation for anyone to face, and the fact that everyone has kind of shown appreciation as much as they can really in this sort of situation has been great. You know, it's been, and I suppose thanks to everybody.
Oh my God, Alex is wearing a fucking Bailey t-shirt. Are you kidding me? Alex, I'm gonna bitch slap you. Yes! Oh God, I'm just remembering the finish.
Is this the first OTT match that had the proper high drama in it? The ones that like we'd see like next year or two perhaps. This one was like proper high drama.
Oh my God. Do you know what? This is cocky bullshitty heel fuckery right now. And he was so good at it. Fuck you.
I always love.
I can't hear you, Foxy.
Say it again, Foxy, yeah?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're a bit low.
One of the things that's probably because
the king of OTT.
I get to see Bernie.
For as long as he wears that crown, you're gonna hand it to him.
This is like that scene in Forrest Gump. This is in Forrest Gump, right? When his microphone gets unplugged and he's given the speech at the Washington Monument.
Just check the mic there, Foxy, because you're being drowned out by something there.
That wasn't a slogan.
No, it's still low.
Okay, do you know what, Jonathan?
Yes, I'll lower the audio here.
Yeah, take the audio out on our, because we don't really need the audio.
I'll have it now. How was that?
Hello.
Yes. There we go.
There you go.
Love again.
Anyway, as
you were saying.
Again, so part of my job, I get to see the journey. So, well, I also get to see people in doing the role that most of you won't get to see for years. So, like, when someone I know is ridiculously good, whether it be as a heel or face, it does blow me away, because I'm just, I can't wait for you to see him torn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another haircut we need to discuss on Miscellaneous, by the way.
Oh God, yeah. In
The
fairness,
shaved sides with the long, like, all right,
shaved
you
those
top-knot
sideburns.
wanker. All right, you absolute top-knot wanker here, okay? We get you were trying to be Pete Dunne. All right.
He's about a year late in the whole.
Or
top
Marty Skrull. All right. It's you know what? It's more Marty Skrull than Pete Dunne, actually. I'm gonna say that for sure. All right. We need to discuss this.
He was on TV more. That was it.
It was the style at the time.
I like it.
I don't think that's gonna
Look at you! You look like a child. This is only like.
Please, sir.
This is only
Please,
like
sir. Can I
3
have the
years
title
ago.
belt, please?
This is only 3 years ago.
Well, so yeah, that doesn't help.
Man, lockdown has aged us all, okay, significantly at this point for me. But like, damn. Also, as well, you're only seeing a tiny bit of it now. In this match, Ryan had some amazing body paint work done by Jade.
Yes, I was about to mention that actually.
Matches. And there's two that are really just coming true to me. One was the WrestleRama and the National Stadium when he had the dark mall look.
Yes.
And the second one is against Marty Skrull when it was the skeleton,
The skull, yeah.
the
The skull motif, yeah.
and she did such an amazing job. Even like all the body paints that you'd see down the back of the King of OTT, like I remember she was saying to us, and she goes, "Lads, the fucking amount of effort." She goes, "The hours I'm after spending on this, and I guarantee you, the first chop, it's going to be gone." And you were just like, and we were like, no. And then I remember Skrull hit him a slap on the back, and the face paint was the body paint was just wiped out, and we were just like,
yeah.
Oh, shit.
One of the jokes that we had.
See Jade die a little.
One of the current jokes was the fact that like Joe would get a new canvas in, and we're just like, and then we turn around and see Ryan is getting painted up, and we're like, oh no. So instantly, everyone's impression of Joe just came out. It's like, no, what the fuck you doing to me?
For fuck's sake!
Ah!
That's my fucking canvas. I fucking wash tomorrow.
That's actually something that reminds me. Ryan is the naughty schoolboy in a sense.
Yes,
like, he knows the cheeky little fucker. Like he knows he shouldn't do it, but he's going to do it anyway.
And you know he's going to do it as well. Like you don't
know why you bother trying.
Yeah, there's no point talking to him. He's gonna fall off the fucking ladder anyway.
Also, as well, I fucking hated this so much. I absolutely hated when they came right at us.
Yeah.
Like I know it was a danger of sitting ringside, okay? And trust me, I have my battle wounds from it. Like I have my injuries and my scars from it. But Jesus, it's honest to God, I should have took the money. But honest to God, it was always the most horrific moment, especially when ring crew didn't get you in time.
Yes. That's the second where you know they're gonna be late and just go, shit.
Especially with a Haskins dive.
Haskins is like
that. He does it so quickly as well. Now it's gotten to a point where we actually got a lot of so much. It's gotten to a point where we know it's happening before ring crew have a chance to even get to us or even to move from their spot, and we've gotten quite good at. But there was one I remember. I think it was Session Ma. We didn't expect, we weren't expecting it at all, and she just went flying. And then the next thing we knew, me and Ali had her on our lap, and ring crew were like, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way!" And we're like, "How? She's already on us." Like
fucking the horse is bolted, lads. Like
I was like, it's a little bit late now to be saying move. Like it's happened. Okay.
Yeah. Like that's one of the positives of being on the stage all the time, because you're never going to see much of the action. But when you do, it's because a man has been thrown into your laps. you know which one I'm talking about. Like that's
and seriously, the
we
comeback
got a man thrown at us.
Yeah, the comeback though too, that unreal.
Although we still take the piss out of like on the outside. Literally just like kick to the face. Oh. Like, just on the outside. Like normally you'd hide that.
Yeah.
But no, this one was just like
oh fuck.
Move.
Someone brought their own cans in that plastic bag.
I wonder who that could be. It
was on the other side, so it wasn't us. Mine always came in my handbag. I mean, I never brought any cans into an event that
was the correct answer.
Yeah.
we'll have to just see.
Bottles of champagne, however.
Me.
I was a classy bitch in the stadium shows. Thank
We
you,
talked-
Mary, by the way. Shout out to Mary, who works security at the National Stadium when OTT are doing the shows.
We talked ourselves out of bringing champagne into the
Don't want to get
Tivoli.
people in trouble.
Huh?
We don't want to get people in trouble.
Nope.
Oh, she doesn't work there anymore, don't worry.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh, me and Ali stayed in touch with her. She found us on Facebook. She's moved on and she doesn't do security anymore. She's lovely.
Back in the days where you still had a 10 count. That was
Now
the
we have a
days.
20 count.
With inflation now, it's going to be 30 when we come back.
I have to admit though, I think it showed great trust in the referee that he was going to be able to count 220 when he couldn't even count to 3.
Yeah, Fox had to go on a 12-step course to get to 12. Down on a 13-step course.
Okay,
I
haven't been
So
to a
forth.
wrestling match. I haven't been to a live wrestling show in 8 months. Okay, I need to get it out. All right, I'm sorry.
Future world
I
champion Aiden Epic Star watching this action.
Oh, fucking hell. Come on, Hask. Oh, God, what the hell? I know what happens. Like, what the hell?
Again, the great thing about this is the change in character and Smile. If you like compare it from Hero to this, it's like polar opposites. And yeah,
this
it's
is
like it stays for
this
the year.
is the definition. This was the definition. You will either like die a hero or live long enough to become a villain, sort of
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
And but the transition that happened, like it was a natural transition though for it to happen. Like it wasn't like the way sometimes it happens. It's just you're not over with a crowd anymore, and they just need to. We'll have to make it work.
Yep.
That wasn't the case with Ryan. Ryan was still over. It got to it was the Pete Dunne complex. You love to hate them because like if Pete was to show up at OTT now, motherfucker would get a hero's welcome. We'd roll out the fucking red carpet, and it wouldn't even be because, but it wouldn't be a sense of WWE NXT star first UK champion. No, this is fucking OG. Pete Dunne is back. The Bruiserweight. Like that's the welcome that we give on that.
But it should tell you like how much like the lads actually enjoyed OTT.
Absolutely, yeah.
Still talks about OTT fondly.
But the thing is actually I've never seen someone.
It's like I miss OTT.
I miss the Tivoli.
I've never. But here's the thing is I've never seen a wrestler like have something bad to say about. Like independent wrestlers aren't normally ones to hold their tongue. Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
they're not. Like they don't have a legitimate reason to have to I have to hold my tongue sort of thing in this sense. I don't want to talk bad about it. If they don't like somewhere, they will happily voice their opinion on it.
By a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. But I've heard other Irish promotions be bad-mouthed by certain imports and things like that. But I've never heard anyone have a bad thing to say. Huh?
Rightfully so.
Yeah, but like I've never heard anyone have a bad word to say about OTT, and I think that actually does go to show kind of the effort that kind of goes into it. Like the work is there, and they do see that, and it is a place where they do, like a lot of lads do end up calling home. Like they are kind of like a lot of them was like, oh, it's my home away from home sort of thing. Osprey is a great one for it. Like to him, it isn't a home away from home sort of thing. For a while, he was like, I'm home.
Yeah.
That was the way. Pete was another one. Like I remember when the Tivoli was first getting fucking bulldozed to the ground, Pete fucking retweeted. Like he actually like retweeted something regarding it, and he was like, fuck, I'm gonna miss it, like, because that was home sort of thing. Like
I put Gibson in that character as well. Like,
Gibson is
Gibson's
another
very
one,
married to his character, but like behind closed doors, you can tell he absolutely loves the banter he gets off us in particular, because we feed into it so much. That's the one thing about us.
Absolutely loves it is Charlie Sterling.
Yeah, Charlie's a great example.
Charlie's
great example.
Because like he came over. We talked about it before, but like it's the fact that like over in England he was a super face doing all the camp shows. But yeah, he comes over here instantly, like people just throwing him and he's
Oh,
super
you fucking prick! Like, fuck you.
Like he's so natural, and he's a heat seeker.
Yeah.
And
oh my god.
See, what I love about that the most is
when
that
he came out was Charlie Euro.
Yes.
Lads, I have never popped so much in my entire life than when
Irish Warrior.
That was, honest to God, it just made it. I was
Yeah.
so fucking happy that was the swerve that we were given on it, and it was so worth it.
But it's kind of appropriate we brought Charlie into this conversation because obviously, like, Charlie's debut was against Ryan Smile. And I love that match in particular because, like, they were just doing a little bit of, like, wrestling, just, like, warm-up wrestling for the first 5 minutes. And the crowd were going, like, oh, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. And they just went, like, between the two of them were going, like, right, one of us has to be the bad guy here. We need to establish who it is. And then Charlie just went, like, oh, I'll be it. And then everyone just went, boo! No, how dare you, new guy? Yeah, it just...
Also, this is just going back to I actually love that when, like, the wrestler goes to run and they just pull them back at the trunk, been like, bitch, no.
Yes.
I love that so much. I'm like, yes, thank you. Sense has prevailed. Don't let them go to the rope.
Some people have been watching their wrestling.
Bad things happen. Oh, I'm taking notes. Bad things happen when you let them do that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's me clapping my hands, by the way. I'm not doing something naughty.
Okay, that's all right. We weren't saying anything.
No, but I could sense the judgment from the fans and you.
People in the comments section spreading their judgment. Hands free.
Now you see them. Now you don't. Oh, where are they?
Amy, very hard to concentrate with that noise.
I think it's so difficult. But the fact that he's able to do that.
What's
fucking the rollover, like.
Yeah, that's so good.
There was a joke in, I think it's when I'm thinking of Father Ted, of do you remember the football episode?
Yes.
Poetry in Motion. That's what watching Ryan Smile was.
As you see there, I'm absolutely.
I'm so. Hold on, I just caught myself there. I'm so fucking done. Like, I'm actually already so done on this in the crowd. Because you also, Foxy, are so done. This was the main event.
Yeah. You see, I
also missed my bus
this heel turn myself, and I remember like going like, "Oh, I'm fully on board with this." I was still in the Smile camp because the way I looked at it was that I felt like this was leading up to like what I thought was going to be the fucking greatest OTT match ever, which would have been Smile Devil, because it was like the two of them were on very similar trajectories in a sense. Like one guy had literally like clawed and grabbed for one opportunity, took it, and likewise you had Jordan who's in the same thing. But like
he was in the midst of his heel run at this point as well, wasn't he? Not Ryan. What's his name? Jordan.
It was, well, I suppose
yeah, he was.
Yeah, the social elite, like.
Social elite. Yeah.
It was near the end because obviously
it was wrestle with pride was his heel turn.
Yes.
That was the first. Yeah, that was Tyler Bates' debut.
But his match with the Flat Earther was on Aerospace Odyssey 3. It was the same match, same one as Smile Redacted.
Yes.
So his face turn essentially had started like last month. In earnest.
I would have said Wrestle Pops would have been the actual face turn.
Yeah, it was a slow turn, but it was like people going like "fuck, whoa!" Like it was a breakout moment, like.
Well, I still think that was, but I still think though no one actually generally got behind him until Wrestle Pops.
I agree with that. Yeah,
I'd
agree with that. Yeah, this match with other Redacted.
Is he also Redacted?
Yeah, the one Wrestle Pops. Absolutely, we were talking about him earlier on.
Like,
where are we?
Just put him over.
Yeah, it was like one of the first killed imports.
He was
independent.
I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm not talking about him at all.
No.
I'm talking about Moose.
That's right.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah. But like WrestlePops was independent.
No, it wasn't.
Was Ames?
Which was the match against Moose?
Was Outer Space Odyssey 3?
That's okay. Then that's when the heel. That's when the face turn happened. Then
That's
sorry,
it, yeah.
right. I don't know why I thought that was the WrestlePops match. Sorry.
It's cool, yeah. But like you said, that was the kind of where the import killer thing started developing. So I was initially thinking that like this is
there was 12. There was 12 leading up to it anyway, because we had 12 fucking headstones cut out,
right.
and then the poxy entrance. Fucking kid, but well, to be fair, like for people that didn't have a fucking clue that that's what the entrance was going to be,
Mm.
did it out really fucking well, because we had enough. Everyone in the front row, a fucking headstone.
Yeah.
The effort poor Nathan went into those.
Never critique OTT on. There's a lack of work rate.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. Everything about it
Never
was. Yeah.
Top notch, like.
Because like everyone fucking gives their all on that.
Nothing was. There was never anything phoned in, and even the matches that were phoned in, they were thought out perfectly for it.
Yes, they were paced.
Exactly, like it was built. This is it's going to look like this, but it is still going to be a whopper of a match, and that worked so well. And Paddy's Day, the day after Paddy's Day, when Martina was hungover, is the one I'm thinking of, like as a perfect example of phoned in, but just works so well.
Like what you said earlier, John, like the fact that this would have been one of the first, not the first one, but like it definitely one of the first ones to have big story build. Like,
yeah.
Like we had Warden done.
I'm so fucking done. I'm just
Ward v Done was a big storyline that we did build toward.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like high drama like matches, like we did have them, but like these when it got to the next level. Damn.
Yeah. Fucking Nate, that lad.
Yeah.
I can see why you didn't remember that one. But yeah, like, this
also,
is exactly
I might end up actually. I'm nearly sure I scream abuse at you, Foxy.
I'm sure.
Probably in the next couple of seconds. I'm nearly sure.
God, you are fucking.
Look at you.
You've got an actual tension headache because Haskins didn't win. Oh wow. You're like an annoyed parent whose like kid has just like shit in the car for 4 times.
Just after him.
It's still real to me, damn it.
It's done again every day for the fucking month.
It wasn't even that. It was legit. Oh, fuck's sake, Foxy. Fuck's sake. I was so
this is
pissed
nasty.
off.
Watch this.
Jesus Christ.
Like, okay, for people who are watching who have never had the pleasure of being in the Tivoli, there is not fucking enough space to be doing that. Where they did that, there is not enough space to do that, and the fact that no one legit got hurt doing that is a fucking godsend, because as you can see, that is now just a wall of fans.
Yeah,
what you're seeing there, beautiful. It looks like it's only like I could easily step out. No, that's a big gap.
No, that's a fucking gap.
Yeah, it's huge. The camera does lie to you in that one. Actually, you can see it a bit more now with like, I think it smacked you in the ring there.
Like with the wide camera there, like it looks like it's a tiny gap, but it's not.
Oh Jesus! Not. Also, Rob was like the perfect height to be fucking murdered. Like look where Rob is.
He's Scarpers then, yeah.
Like Brad, make sure he gets him out of the fucking way.
Yeah.
Look at that shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Like what the fuck, like, and also, I've had the pleasure of falling onto these fucking chairs thanks to a move. They fucking hurt.
They do, yeah. There's no
hurt.
fucking relenting.
There is literally, there is nothing to give on this at all.
I've dived onto them a couple times. Not nice.
They're fucking horrible, aren't they?
I still would love to see.
Foxy still. Sorry, hold on a second. Is Foxy still down? Foxy is still fucking down in the fucking ring, and oh my god, all my anger is building again. You fucking Earl Hebner. You fucking Earl Hebner and hot dog and prick. Oh my god, look at me. I'm like, fuck is Angry Foxy.
Big red head in you, like.
Oh yeah, I was a redhead then.
Oh no. But we fucking had you. We fucking had you.
You had my blood pressure fucking sky high. I was so angry.
Oh, Comic-Con.
Oh my god. Oh no, yeah.
We did Comic-Con that weekend.
Yeah. Because we watched one of the matches and then we had to leg it to actually get to the proper OTT show. It was hilarious because we got out of our taxi and then literally 2 seconds later, the wrestler's taxi pulled up and the lads got out and legged it in.
Oh, nice.
Come on, Haskins! Shut up.
Yes. Stop marking out. It's happened 3 years ago.
I know. I am such a ma, by the way, in even my reactions. Even how I like fucking, I'm standing, I'm like a fucking ma. Being like, get the fuck up, or we're not going to McDonald's afterwards. Get the fuck up, or we're not going to McDonald's.
I swear to God, if you knock it up, I'm turning this ring around.
Also, I found another picture that I'll show you afterwards that legit, like, me and Ali are wrestling mas in this picture.
Right. Here's this, lads. I fucking loved this. I love this. You can't see me. I'm in the back row of the stage, right? And I'm telling like Pecker there, lads, the foot's under the rope. Like I spotted it, and then everyone else going like, "Oh shit, you're right, it is." Like, and then I'm trying to tell Foxy, put it under the rope. Like, I felt quite vindicated, like being noticing that in real time, and then it coming through. Like, and I just said, "Oh, I just love all this," because like the main event previously with Redacted,
you've literally ruined the swerve by saying it now, so people that are watching don't get to see it.
This is like 3 years past. Like,
for people who haven't seen it.
Come on,
you absolute spoiler! You couldn't wait to Hulk Hogan hot dog that, could you? You couldn't fucking wait. I'm so angry. Oh my god!
You're just annoyed because you know what happens next.
I'm actually
look at it.
I'm so happy.
I
was so happy. I was so fucking happy. Me and Ali are like, yeah, and then all of a sudden, this gobshite.
The way he kicks off here is brilliant.
Oh, he's literally thrown his toys from the pram.
Oh, it's great. Like, this is pure Ryan Smile. This is it. This is the Ryan Smile moment. Like,
was so and what made it even better was this is what blurred the lines for a few people a little bit.
Absolutely, yes.
Because then
absolutely,
yeah, you can actually see where me and Ali had our moments. Oh, it wasn't. This is when it was. This is when it started blurring a few lines for a lot of people, because then we all started thinking, "Oh shit, was that actually not meant to happen?"
Yes, because this is the first time Joe Cabrera came out.
This is Joe Cabrera, yeah. It's always been Luther, but now it was, oh, this is Joe. Which actually, when you think about it, even if his foot was on the rope, it still was the ref's decision. If the ref doesn't see it, the ref's decision still stands. I don't give a fuck what Jack Tully thinks he's doing down here now, right? He can fuck off.
If only we had a referee in the call to explain the situation.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Foxy, that is the fucking smartest decision you've made in a long, long time with me.
Believe me, I've made a lot of dumb decisions, but like,
I love how Foxy's like, I'm not even gonna bother. I am not gonna bother. Like, I know the legitimate reason behind it, and it's fine. However, the hashtag still real to me, damn it, would go on the view of rest decision should be final on this.
Yeah. Again, I was just sitting back going, I'm loving all of this.
I
had the fucking popcorn out and everything.
Me and Ali were fucking seething at this point. I also love the fact that Keane is in his Eric Rowan t-shirt.
He's still a child, really.
He's representing even now.
Yeah.
He designed that T-shirt himself. That's why he's wearing it. It's literally just the Eric Rowan face shirt.
Yeah.
He got him. I think he got it signed.
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can see me and Ali are like, what?
I can hear you.
Oh yeah.
You're there just looking at
There's so many people in the front row on our side all having their Shakespearean moments.
There, look, there's you. It's like,
boom.
Sir, please.
This is bollocks. And the fact that he hit him with a low blow and he's like still went ahead with this, that's all right, fine, whatever. Clearly we have some fucking favoritism here. Oh my god, I thought
look at the death stare. There's a proper death stare. Like,
I actually thought I was over this. I'm not over this.
Looks can fucking kill.
I'm not. What makes it even better is I'm not even looking at Smile. I'm looking at Foxy.
You're going like that was. You deserve that. You deserve that.
When Foxy got hit, I'm just like.
The hack smell of rage off you.
I mean, like, in regards to like a match, like, what way
to class match?
Do it, like,
brilliant. The drama, like
even
pure drama.
It's really funny though as well because normally the screwy finishes matches, everyone's always like, "Oh, fucking ruins a good match" and sort of thing. This added to it so much because of what it led to next.
No, we were announcing McFoley.
Yeah, it's like, Joe, we need to get the crowd back on our side. Roll the fucking footage. Roll the footage now.
Do you know what? Do you know what the weird thing about this was?
I think I saw someone with a petrol bomb and a Molotov cocktail. Fucking get the fucking Foley footage now. Me and Ali with bottles of champagne with rags in it.
Yeah. Again, the weird thing was, I was recording this yesterday and I was going like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to finish this match," and I said, "Oh yeah, Mick Foley." As if to say like, "Oh yeah." He was there
as
too.
well. This is the moment, right? The match has just been announced. Ryan has just done the turn to look and he realizes who the fuck it is just beautiful.
Yes.
Like his reaction to it is like, fuck no. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. But this was him like in his brilliance, was that like the character was someone whose the net is closed in. And like he knows his days as champion are numbered, but he still has to protect it. He still has to do it, and he can't. He's done. This is it.
Do you hear me? You tapped out twice. You tapped out twice. You tapped out twice. Oh, that this was my fucking Sophie's choice because I didn't know which shirt to wear. I didn't know if I was going to wear Haskins or Skrull.
We should have got you one of the half and half scarves you can get or something.
I wouldn't go that far now.
Anyone but Smile or something.
Do that.
Yeah.
Like take two t-shirts and just blend into one.
Yeah, no, yeah. I can't do it because at that point I'm like, I may as well just be sitting on a fence, like.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like when I flip the coin. I already know who I actually. As soon as I flip that coin, I know exactly who I want to wear.
Yeah.
Who I want to win. Sorry, that sounded so wrong.
You get the idea.
Whose skin will I wear?
Basket. Right.
Yeah.
The lotion's on the skin, or else it gets the hose again.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. That's the I suppose the three circles of Smile in a sense, the kind of like the kind of career like he had in OTT, and yeah, I suppose like this the story of his character in a sense, you know, was always the
Yes We Can to King of OTT to you tapped out twice, you tapped out twice.
Yeah, like, and that was in the space of what, 3 years? Like that was a year in between each one, really.
In between each one, yeah.
You know. So, but yeah,
I'm absolutely devastated to know that I'm never going to hear in the city, in the stadium, to get that pop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the really sad part about this, is that like those are the small matches. There's no more.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a chapter that ended far too soon.
Yeah.
In someone, and it is kind of in this sense here, like it's just kind of like considering like the circumstances of what had happened, and kind of in the sense there, like if it is a sense where you do kind of feel yourself that you're in, if you ever are feeling like that low, or you're in that type of place, don't be afraid to reach out. Like there is places available. There is numbers that you can provide, and I'm sure we'll be able to actually put like
you can put something down in the description.
In the description, like there will be like there'll be like numbers that you can call, like whether it be Peterhouse or the Samaritans or something like that. Just please just don't suffer alone. Like there's no need for anything to get to a point where you kind of think that that's the only way out, and it isn't. And it's just sad. It really is sad, and I'm gonna cry. It's just
it is a sad thing, because like again, you nailed it quite well. Like this is like there's a wrestler, and then there's a man or a woman behind it, you know. And I think a lot of times you can only think of the wrestler, but you don't think of the person like behind it. And in reality, Ryan Small was a wrestler, and we all loved his work, we all loved his matches. But in reality, he was Ryan Lottie, and he had a wife called Alice and a 2-year-old called Harrison. And regardless of what happened in his life when it came to his wrestling and the mistakes he made, and yes, they were, and he did make mistakes. That no one's denying that. No one's saying it isn't. But a man's life isn't dictated by his mistakes, or at least I don't think so. There's more to people's lives than that. You know, there's people who will always speak very positively about like fucking horrible people, but that's not the point. The point is that you can't just remember people with their mistakes. You can't just remember people as that. There's more to them. That's why like we just sat here and enjoyed his matches. But again, there's more to people than that as well. They have this very their personal life, and they have their own persona. And it's important for us to remember the persona as it is, and remember the life that it was, rather than conflating the two, because they are very different. You know, we were slagging off Smile here for like being like this sneaky, cocky, arrogant thing, because you know why? He was fucking brilliant at it. That's what he was good at.
He did tap out twice.
He did tap out twice. We saw it, like, but the thing is, like, he was so. But you know what the thing is, like, but see, that's what, again, we'll praise the man for that. Like, we'll praise him for as a wrestler, because he wanted to be a wrestler. That's what his dream was, you know. And I know that, Foxy knows that, everyone knows that since the first time we saw him in a ring. And we would have seen him when he was 19. And just the talent he had was incredible. And again, to mirror your point, it is so fucking sad to see that that's never going to be fulfilled. That's the really, like, the really saddening part for me, is that, like, you're never going to see another Ryan Smile match. You're not going to be able to get, like, emotionally wound up like he used to wind you up. And that's what he was good at. He was good at winding you up. And that's the way I remember him. That's the way I choose to remember him, was being able to get you into his matches to a certain point that you either loved him or you fucking hated him. Either way, you never felt like indifferent to a match. You were either on that side or that side. And that is his greatest accomplishment, is that people remember him. People know him. And when all is said and done, after all this, like, when we finally kind of let the dust settle on this, and we remember for who he is, that's the way I want to remember him, was the fact that, like, I'll remember his matches, I'll remember how I felt during it, and that was it. I had very limited interactions with him, like, out of the ring, but the ones I had were extremely positive. I said it like when he did pass, that, like, he helped me during the show when he didn't actually need to. He could have been a complete twat and let me follow my arse, but he didn't, because he knew the most important thing was the show. And that, to me, is a sign of a good professional wrestler, that he's not going to let personal horseshit like that dictate it. Maybe things have changed the times I had worked with him. That's not for me to decide. All I know is from when I dealt with him, he was an utmost professional, and he always was that to me. So, Foxy, I don't know what you want to say about that yourself.
Yeah, obviously, like with Jonathan, like I met him when he was 19. Like he's young, knew that's what he wanted to do. Like knew this guy's gonna be a wrestler. Like he's that good at a young age. Now we do talk about like other people like Pete Dunne being so good, freakishly talented at a young age, but Ryan just he got it. Like no matter what, whether you liked him or hate him, he got you invested. Like we talked about earlier in the show. Like this, like the sad part is like, yes, we're not going to see that. Unfortunately, like a wife has lost her husband, and there's a child there that's lost their father. Now, like it's incredibly sad. Like for people that know him as a friend, as a professional, it's just it's rocked everyone to the core, and but thankfully, like he's left such a mark on wrestling. Like he's remembered so fondly. I mean, hopefully, like, hopefully, unfortunately, like as you said, with the people remember the wrestler and unfortunately don't differentiate between wrestler and the person. Like, obviously, the person was suffering, almost suffering in silence, basically. But there are places. There's like you can talk to someone. There's places you can go, but it's very hard to do that. Like some people just feel trapped in their own mind, and there's no way you could do that. But what I do hope is that anyone that watches this or in the next like coming weeks, just check in on a friend. Check in on a friend. Just drop a message. Just do something to help, because they may not feel like going to a therapist or calling these numbers. So maybe they're just looking for someone to just tell them. It's like, how are you? Do you need help?
Thing is, in those situations as well, sometimes it doesn't even need to have to be, do you need help? It's always just, do you want to have a chat?
Yeah.
That if you're in a position where you're thinking, geez, do you know what? I haven't spoken to such and such. Might just drop them a text or give them a call. That could be the one sign that someone is waiting for. Never think that you're a burden to anyone else in those situations either. And I don't want to leave this on a really sad kind of, I don't want to leave on a real muted tone. If you get me. I know it's a sad topic, like it's an upsetting topic. But it's a real topic that has to be discussed more often. Yeah. However, if I'm just going to kind of push it back on with Ryan here for a second, because you've seen the matches that we watched, that we picked, and they're more or less they were very like the serious of matches. They were the real matches, sort of thing. Ryan had an excellent gimmick when he was in part of the Anti-Fun Police, right? Mm-hmm. And that's I don't know if Foxy had kind of, I think you dropped out of the call slightly on this one. About it, yeah. If anyone else would have heard me mention this, and I don't, if you edit that part out, Jonathan, I don't mind, but I'm just going to mention it again.
Go for
here. Check out, if you can, it's an attack show called oh shit, what did I say it was called? Wrestling in the 80s, or
yes. This is what wrestling was in the 80s.
Something like that is what it's actually called. It's probably one of the it's an early attack show, and it has probably one of the funniest matches that Ryan has been a part of that I've ever seen. And the majority of the early attack shows with Ryan that you will be able to get on VMO and stuff like that, like for his when he got to show his comedy chops, what he was able to do as in comedy matches and stuff like that. I highly recommend that you do look them up, because you won't regret it. You really won't. He was one of these people that could do, he could do kind of everything in a sense. He wasn't a one-trick pony. He knew how to get a crowd behind him.
Yeah.
He knew kind of what worked and what didn't work, and he went with it. And it's one of those things where you're just like, fuck yeah, I'm really am enjoying this. And it is one of those things where you will be able to kind of get behind in a sense, and it is excellent always to watch. And even the older OTT shows as well, when him and Will as the Uptown Funkers, and you can see when they come out and when they do the entrance, just the pure joy that they have doing it. It's just
two mates having a laugh. That was it. Ryan Smile loved wrestling and it made his wrestling fun. You know, it
was acceptable in the 80s.
There we go. But the thing is, he made wrestling fun. You know, he get you involved, or sometimes he just take the piss, and that's what he was good at. Like Tuesday Night Graps, that's his legacy. Like literally,
yes. Also, yes, you will actually find those as well. They are on the Progress on Demand, and I think there might be one or two of them actually on the OTT on demand as well. I can't remember. I haven't looked at that tab.
One or two of the Lucha Forever shows, but not two. Tuesday Night Graps is on Progress, I believe. Yeah.
Wholeheartedly seek out these shows, because you will literally, it will show you exactly what he was as a performer. And everyone, I mean, obviously, if you are a wrestling fan and you do follow the lads on Twitter or Instagram, you will see exactly how loved he truly was and how much he will be missed.
What I would say is that, coming back on that, I think obviously he he's had a history of mental health difficulties, and I think another very sad tenet of this is that he no doubt found wrestling as his escape, and the fact that because of certain mistakes and certain things that happened, he wasn't allowed that escape anymore, and no doubt that found himself more difficult as well. It hurts, and it should hurt. It should hurt the fact that this has happened, because everyone's going to look at this in hindsight and think what could we have done? What could have happened? Is there any way to fix this? It's too late now, obviously. But this is the way it is, you know. And the only way you can do now is look back, because there's no more memories that he can make. There's no more matches that you can look back on now. You have to just look back and enjoy what he did, you know, because he was one of our own. Whichever way you cut it, whether you fucking cancelled him or not, you can't deny the fact that for a long, long time he was one of our own, and he still is one of our own. I still consider him that, and I can still consider. And for the record, I consider his family part of the OTT family too. We shouldn't renege on that. Our door is always welcome to them, and that's the way it should be, because what we've seen from the reception, the reaction to what happened, a lot of people have donated a lot of money to help out his family, and we should be very thankful of that there is this appreciation for him and his life, and it shouldn't go to waste like this. We should remember the positive times. Yes, there will be caveats, no doubt, and people will bring them up every now and then, but focus on the positives, because again, there's more to a man's life and a woman's life than their mistakes and what they've done wrong. They've also done a lot of positive. They've also done a lot of good things, and that's what we should remember as well. Whichever level you decide that upon is up to you. I know what I'm going to be remembering from Ryan Smile and his life. It's up to you to decide what you want to remember, you know. But just remember again.
Piss out of me for going to the toilet.
whatever it is, you know.
One of my favorite moments ever.
Hopefully you've enjoyed reminiscing like we have. It's tough. Hopefully we will move on. But if you've enjoyed it, please share thoughts and memories, Ryan, in the comments.
Yeah.
Special thanks to OTT with their on demand for letting us use the footage. Thanks, Joe, for not giving out.
Cheers. Cheers, Joe.
You might not know it yet, Joe, but thank you. I can't wait. I can't wait till we get this flagged and it's literally by that person and be like, lads, I already have the draft tweet set up. Like,
gotcha. Yeah.
But like, look, thanks again to OTT for letting us use the footage. If you want to see more of Ryan Small matches, please like consider like subscribing to the OTT on demand on the pivot share. You'll find countless matches, not only from Ryan but also from OTT, as well as a few from different indie promotions as well. I highly recommend it. Not only because I work there, but like it's
actually
good.
yeah. Maybe the shale should come from people not on the payroll.
Does sound dodgy, but yeah.
Yeah,
but, highly recommend.
No one else
the
was
OTT
doing this, so
demand.
I had to.
Well,
but by all means,
OTT...
I'd love to see in the comments what your favorite Ryan Small memories are. What's your favorite match of his, even?
Yeah.
Because like we've only scratched the surface there. We picked 3. There was like 10 different.
Countless.
Oh my god! Like, to be honest,
just from
please let us know.
Yes, do, because when we were discussing which tree we wanted to pick, we had a fair few to pick from.
You're spoiled for choice.
It's one of those. Yeah, you really are going to be spoiled for choice on it. When you go on to it, it's as you said, like it's less than like a tenner a month.
Yeah.
And for the content that you're actually getting on it, it's honest to God, like you will not be disappointed. Plus, lads, we're going into another goddamn lockdown. Okay, you need your fix, right? You will get OTT, AAW Pro, Revolution. Oh fuck yeah, his Rev Pro matches and everything will be fucking here. High Spots Network.
Pro Wrestling Eve is on it as well.
Eve is on it there, and you'll also get Riptide as well. So I mean,
you're spoiled for choice. So
honest to God,
please do that.
Check that shit out.
But as we wrap up, I've been Foxy. That's been Amy. That's been Jonathan.
Indeed.
And this has been Watch Graps with me.
On Nerds Hours.
Next one.
I salute you.